on more sun than clouds. Also a little bit breezy. Tonight, clear skies and cold, 24. Thursday, another Arctic cold front comes knocking at the door. Thursday, though, is sunny. It's a dry front. 37 for the high, but we're very cold Thursday night. Some clouds around, going down to 12 degrees. Friday, clouds take over. Friday is a quiet day, but very cold, 19 degrees. Friday night, clouds, a little bit of light snow developing, mainly very late at night, and it's snow. We're going down to 4 degrees. Saturday, clouds with periods of snow and a cold 15. Sunny skies on Sunday and 25. Now, the question is about the snow. Right now, it looks like the heaviest snow is going to be across southern Missouri and southern Illinois, though I do think we'll squeeze a little bit of snow out of this situation late Friday night and during the day on Saturday. But it's a little too early for numbers, though I think the heaviest stuff will stay to our south, the way things it's looking right now. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
It is 45 degrees. The feels like now is 38 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up. Most home projects, you're like,
got this.
But rewiring a hot main or putting 120 amps to an outlet, you're like,
nope, not this.
Smart. Calling Jerry Kelly? Smarter. Getting them to perform an electrical safety check before work's needed? That's wisdom.
JerryKelly.com.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DJ Asked 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Wednesday to you. Panama is right on the Van Halen edge for me.
What?
Yeah. It's a little too poppy, a little too goofy, a little too schmaltzy. Like, I way prefer Van Halen 1 and 2.
I don't disagree with any of that. I mean, I think the older you go, the better it gets.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to argue that part, but that's a banger. The guitar is just too good.
It's just too obvious or something. I don't know. They're no Pantera. I'm just going to tell you.
Well,
that
they're
right
not, and they're better, but they're not.
No, they're not.
They're definitely not Cowboys from Hell.
Show everybody your new shirt.
I am, man. I can't see the stream, so I don't know.
It's on there.
Gotta see the back.
Is it on there?
Yeah, show them the back.
Show them the back of that shirt.
I don't know if you can see the. Well, I'm going to turn around with the back of the chair in the way.
You might be wondering where the Cowboys are from.
There you go.
I'm going to just spin my chair so you can see the back of my chair.
That is a Dave Glover TikTok
smart
purchase right there.
If anybody questions where those Cowboys are from, it's hell.
Yeah, those Cowboys are from hell, man.
I know someone who's going to enjoy this Pantera
They're coming,
shirt.
and their hell's coming with them. We could play some Pantera if you like.
We can do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
I don't know
mind.
one of their songs.
Yeah, they have a great song called Panama.
They may or may not have a song called Cowboys from Hell.
By the way, enjoy this segment because I think we'll be dead by the end of it.
Yeah, we're not making it.
Because we have the thermometer in here that tells you what the ambient temperature is. And, you know, it was 84 degrees for quite a while.
Yeah.
I sound like Trump. It's 84 degrees. And it's usually 72. Today it's 367.4.
Huh.
I knew I was feeling warm.
That's
though.
hot.
Man.
That's super hot.
All the ice in my drink melted already.
I thought it was just, the collective ambiance of the group.
That
of people.
Pantera shirt.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The fire.
It's the hell.
Yeah.
It's the hell. It's hot as hell in
the
here.
The fire on the back of Kevin's shirt is a real fire, actually, that is spreading.
Got a whole new bunch of Oprah Winfrey reader glasses in last night.
Oh, all right.
Showing the stream there. This is one of those things I am 0% embarrassed about.
Really?
It's one of the great things that comes with age. Like 27-year-old Dave, well, he wouldn't need reader glasses. But if he did, he wouldn't buy them from Oprah Winfrey. But they're just such quality that, got to have them. You link. Good stuff.
I just Googled Oprah. What's she been up to lately?
she's becoming more political.
What's up, Harpo?
She's doing this big push that America needs to find its center. And I don't know whether she means like literally, the center of politics or like it's gooey chocolate chip cookie center. I don't know, but that she's been out in the news lately doing that.
Could be kind of like the Ozarks, right? That's kind of like the center.
Yeah, close enough.
Center-ish.
So we have a new restaurant to tell you about.
Oh, yeah.
Got a recommendation today from my friend Julie Lally and took the guys to Key, K-E-Y, Key Burger Club, which is right across from SLU. And it's a smash burger place. They have tacos, although no one got a taco. And then they are building out a really cool-looking room for music and entertainment. So.
Yeah, thekeystl.com if you'd like to check it out.
Very good. You like it. Had a good time.
Fun.
Fries are good.
Rach, you had a good move today. I respected it. When you fools were finishing your meal, I went to get a new refill on my soda, and I see Rach walk up to the window where the cooks are, and she goes, "Hey, I just want to tell you everything was great." I was like, damn, that's a good move.
Well, they were so nice when we went and picked up our food. I was like, you know what? They probably would appreciate to hear that we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I had no idea what she was going to say. I was like, she could say
You're like,
anything.
oh, God, it's Rachel. She's
always
going,
what's
embarrassing
happening?
us.
she's
could
going to go talk to somebody.
She
going
could
to Karen
say
it.
anything. She's a wild card. She's a loose cannon.
We all put our coats on real fast.
Guys, get ready to book.
We're sorry. Whatever she said, we're sorry.
Yeah, I come up behind her and go, whatever she said, we do not support.
We don't agree. We do not agree.
And it was just her saying the food was delicious.
I was thinking about something. So Wheels got us some ketchup in little ramekins, and Rach and I were sharing one. And before the George Costanza double dip episode, I would have dipped my fries, taken a bite, and dipped them again,
Yes.
even though I'm sharing them with Rach. But after the double dip episode, now I'd feel shame to do that.
Dave, when I was a child, I didn't know what double dipping was. I mean, it seems very obvious now, but I remember being very small and being at a family Christmas party, and my relative was like, no double dipping, and I'm like, you got it. And then I proceeded to just double dip all
Right.
over the place because I didn't
Right.
clock what she meant. And she'd be like, hey, honey, no double dipping. Stop double dipping. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong over here. But I've been pretty
Do you guys mind
trying
double
to
dipping?
keep that in mind ever since.
No, this is probably a bad opinion, but as long as nobody is like symptomatically ill, it's like, grow up.
Okay, fair enough.
I try not to double dip.
If there is a
As long as they're not symptomatic.
a 1/2 of a millimeter drop of somebody else's saliva on a chip that's going back into the giant tub of dip, like I think you're all fine.
But you got to trust that.
I'm willing to trust that.
Andrew's like, as long
Why?
as your herpes are not currently flaring up.
As long as you don't have an outbreak at the moment.
Why? Why would we trust that?
Well, okay, so in this situation, I'm with my close friends. I'm not with like a bunch of random strangers, I guess I should
Well, your close
specify.
friends can be sick and not show it or know it for sure.
Okay. I mean, I said it was a bad opinion.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it was bad. And
Like,
you should
why
feel
is
bad.
I guess the bigger question I would have too is double dipping ever necessary?
No, you can always strategize around a double dip.
You can usually strategize around it, but also I will do anything. Look, there's a lot of things that I will say and do that make me look like I'm 12 years old, but no double dipping! No double dipping is one that I can probably get away from. I don't think I need to do that.
I think you do.
It was fun. Also at the Key, they had like the ski line of sodas, like the
Excel.
Lucky, whatever it's called. and
Lucky
then-
Cola.
Yeah, but it's always nice like being at the soda machine with Andrew because I just get I get an expert opinion every time. It's nice.
Like being
He
with a
really knows
sommelier.
his stuff.
I was
have
asking
them.
about the keys, the one that he was getting, which was the
Ski.
the citrus one, the ski, and I'm like, is that like Mountain Dew? And he's like, oh, well, kind of, but no. And then he gave me all the details, and I appreciated that.
Yeah,
Mountain
no,
Dew
he
is-
really knows what he's talking
Mountain
about.
Dew is more of like a lemon lime flavored soda with that little bit of atomic yellow goodness, and this is the atomic yellow goodness, but it's more of a lemon and orange. And it's got real juice in it, which Mountain Dew doesn't, which really makes the difference. That's what's going to really give you the ski flavor. It's a little bit of juice.
tell you something that just made me laugh. So I have the Google Doc, which is part of the show prep. Again, I'm going to show it to the people out there. And it's just, like this one's from Rachel, and then there's one from Wheeler, one from Andrew. And it just has, story ideas. And my first live today is for Mosby, and I put it down in front of me a little early. And I picked it up thinking it was the Google Doc and specifically Wheeler's. And so I'm looking at it while you guys are talking, and I read, "Hey, it's Dave. You know that saying, new year, new you? Well, how about new year, new home upgrade?" And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? This does not sound like Wheeler.
Also, not to...
Kevin has a lot of opinions about the services Mosby can provide.
That's funny.
Your first live should be for Universal Windows.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is for Universal. Yeah. It really fooled me, though, because I'm like, damn, he's out. He's off the reservation on this one.
What's going on? What did he
New
eat?
year, new you.
What did he eat last
He
night?
thinks he's me.
Oh, your take on Kristi Noem was interesting.
Which one?
The one about not doxing the guy?
Oh, yeah. That was weird to me because, number one, I believe she had said, so we're talking about the ICE agent.
Yes.
And who shot Renee Good, and his name has been mentioned.
A gazillion times.
A gazillion times because it was public. And Kristi Noem was on CBS, and she was like, don't say his name. For heaven's sake, we shouldn't have to, people continue to dox law enforcement. I'm like, no. Like, see, most law enforcement, they got a badge on their chest that says their name on it. It's not doxing. You're a public person. That's like saying don't use Kristi Noem's name when you're talking about her. You're a public person.
Yeah, if you're like a knock for the CIA,
right?
Yeah, we're not going to say your name.
If you're an undercover cop, like working, Vice or something, okay, we probably shouldn't say your name.
Yeah.
But if you're out on the streets and conducting operations, this is the whole point of it, is why none of this should not be done anonymously. Nobody should be anonymous in this. It's not doxing to say someone's name when their name is absolutely connected to a publicly viewed incident.
Yeah, the word dox is misused quite
100%.
frequently.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not doxing to say someone's name. It's doxing to give out their cell phone number and their home address.
Well,
or to go
correct.
like, this is where they work, and they're there every Monday through Friday. Like, that's doxing.
Here's his personal email address. Here's his phone number. Here's his address. That's doxing. But to say that cop, his name was John Smith, that's not doxing, because that's public knowledge. He's got a badge with a badge number on it or a name. Those things are connected to him. Or he's driving around in a squad car that is assigned to him.
Yeah, and that's the problem with how it's. I think we get into this back and forth. People yell at us because they don't. We're not talking about what's being done when it comes to immigration. We're talking about how it's being done, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, and the right way is to follow the law and not just round people up. Like, they're constantly detaining U.S. citizens. ICE has no jurisdiction over a U.S. citizen. None. They cannot stop me and pull me over legally. I mean, they can. If they're there with guns and cars, sure, they can.
Yeah,
But they have no jurisdiction over U.S. citizens.
We really quickly went from the first million to go are going to be the worst of the worst.
Yeah, to just like randomly grabbing people.
To going door to door.
Yeah.
And picking up people because literally they have an accent. Like, that's not me saying that. That's what they said.
And the thing is that the reason they're doing it this way is because doing it right is hard.
Yep.
Well,
Takes a
it's
while.
okay. If you have a just cause, you do it the right way.
Why? I'm not trying to conflate illegal immigration and being on death row. But why do you think it takes 25 or 30 years to put someone to death? Because of due process.
Yes.
Because the wheels of justice grind slowly on purpose.
To protect
the innocent and make sure everyone has due process. Things are supposed to take a long time in the justice center of the United States. It just is.
And if you have big plans and big ideas, you have to accept that they're going to take time to do.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think there are people, I shouldn't say anybody, but I don't think anybody that I know argues like you shouldn't enforce immigration laws.
Yeah.
I want you to enforce immigration laws too. We want to avoid the problems that comes with just people coming in. But there's a process and there's a law. There are laws to follow. There's a right way to do things. And they're not doing it the way they said they were going to.
Yeah.
because they said we're only going after the people with criminal histories first, and we'll round them up and get them out. Well, you're not doing that. You're just picking people off the street, and you're like you saw the guy they pulled out of the home the other day. Pulled this guy out of his home shirtless in his underwear. He is a U.S. citizen. He has done nothing wrong. They literally cannot do that, but they're doing it. And we're all just sitting here going, well, guess that's happening now. And then there are people that defend it. Which, if they pull you out of your house in your underwear, are you going to defend them?
Republicans, like most of my time on 97.1, Republicans were all about law and order. And
their rights.
And doing things the right way.
Your rights. I mean, right? All of your rights.
Yes.
Your freedom of speech, the Second Amendment, like all of those things. So you get mad if people step on your Second Amendment rights. But this is stomping all over. First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, you name it. That's all fine, I guess. I thought you were about rights.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. I don't care one way or the other. I'll stand up for your Second Amendment rights, too.
Yeah. Erica Taylor says, first time I've watched the stream in a while, and Kevin is like a jacked up baby. That's pretty accurate. Baby loves Pantera.
Baby's got a nice Pantera t-shirt.
I'll tell you that.
Baby's a cowboy from hell.
So now let me tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. It's a great time of year, and as I'm always honest with you guys, it's always going to be a great time of year for whatever I'm selling. Not because I'm a giant liar, but just because there's always a way to wedge it in there, and it's really easy this time of year because, new year, new start, that whole thing. I just read you the copy earlier. But here's the real reason to do it. They have the best offer. I've been doing lives for them for 3 or 4 years, and by far the best offer I've ever seen. Right now, when you buy 4 windows, you get 4 for free. One of the biggest offers they've ever done. And 0% interest financing for 60 months, so you can spread your payments out over 5 years, plus $1,000 off your entire project, plus a vacation. They're going to give you a voucher for a really nice vacation. So if you've thought about replacing your windows, this is a great time to have a conversation about it because it's a great financial deal and a great time of year to do it. Give them a call, 314-334-2522, or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Let's ring in the new year by finally checking off something that actually matters. Your old videotapes and photos are fading more every year. VCRs are disappearing, and the clock is ticking to save your family's most important memories. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box to help you preserve your memories by converting all your videotapes, photos, and film reels into digital files. And this year, it's easier than ever.
Introducing our biggest kit yet, able to hold up to 80 videotapes or film reels or 2,000 photos. It's perfect for big collections. You can even send in old DVDs, memory cards, flip phones, or early generation iPhones.
Legacy Box is truly the easiest New Year's resolution you'll ever keep. Just fill your box and send it in. As the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos, all work is done in the U.S., and we're trusted by over 1 million families.
Start the new year right by rescuing the moments you haven't watched in years. Go to legacybox.com/radio for an incredible 55% off. That's legacybox.com/radio for 55% off.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. 2026 is here. A new year means new goals, fresh starts, and for many homeowners, it might be time for that big move. If you've been thinking about selling, this is the year to make it happen. I'm here with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, what should home sellers know as we kick off the new year?
Thanks for having me. The start of a new year is always an exciting time, but it also means more sellers are jumping into the market. That adds competition, so timing and strategy matter. The good news is, my team has qualified buyer already looking for homes right now. Whether you need to sell quickly or maximize value, we'll create a plan that works for you. Plus, I guarantee to sell your home at your price and time frame, or I will buy it myself.
Start your new year strong with Gloria Liu and Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Call 314-325-6888 or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com. Make 2026 the year you move forward with confidence. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for Your Retirement Highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
This is Mayor Kara Spencer. Congratulations, KMOX, on 100 years of great service to the St. Louis region.
Yeah, we better jump in now.
Yeah, I just feels like it's never
it's
gonna
only
happen.
about a minute and a half.
Yeah,
you can let it go.
You know, I could have just let it go and just hung Rach out to dry.
I think
you
Rach
picked it.
I think she would have started talking at some point.
You know, one of the many things that makes me not a grown-up, I got an email today from, I think, Capital One, like, hey, we've given you a $150 bonus, blah, blah, blah. Not once. I'm 61. Not once have I ever done anything like that. I've never used miles. I've never used a bonus. I've never used a perk. Ever.
Why?
It sounds hard.
You don't even get like cash back from your points or whatever from your credit card?
I use my credit card.
Uh-huh.
And then I use it again. If they gave me points, great. But I've never affirmatively done anything to get those points. And I feel fine about that.
Well, you probably have a ton of points. Like thousands of dollars worth of points that you should cash in.
Yeah, if you've got various memberships and such.
I don't know what I got.
A lot of times with those offers where they're like, we'll give you $500. All you have to do is deposit $3,000 into a new checking account. Like, it's not actually a great deal for you unless it already makes sense for you to do it. So most of that stuff you can ignore.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are able to get cash back through your points, you should 100% be utilizing that.
Dave says it is hard. Kind of feels like an aspect of the design.
Good point. They do make it hard on purpose.
Yeah, but see,
they're not fooling me.
As an example, a lot of places, if you go to them, you have a card that you use there, right? Like hey, bring your. You've got at least like your phone number that you use at a grocery store, and
I do that.
And it'll be like, hey, you got $10. Well, there you go.
Walgreens and Schnucks. I take it back. I do that.
And most of the places, like you have the frequent shopper type things or whatever, they all kind of have that. Well, they'll let you know, hey, guess what? You got a free popcorn at the movies this time because you got points.
Yeah, if I don't know. I started to say if I could change it in my next lifetime, I would be one of those guys going to Seattle on miles from my American Express. But I don't know if I would change it. Again, sounds like a lot of work. I got my plate's pretty full.
I have to challenge this mentality a little bit. You don't need a whole new life to start doing that.
No.
Blah blah
You
blah
don't need to
blah blah.
start
That's
from
all I'm hearing.
scratch.
You sound like Charlie Brown's teacher right now.
So as an
There's
example,
no better time than today.
when you sign in to buy plane tickets on an airline, you could set up a free account and all that. It'll tell you got these points, and then you can use them. You don't even really have to like track it. It'll just be like, hey, guess what? You got these.
Yeah. So you say.
But you know what? I mean, what's really the worth of a bunch of... It's a pile of nothing. Crazy pile of junk. Know what I'm saying? I'm with you, Dave.
No, if you can get cash back, it's cash back.
Just stick to double dipping, dude.
If they're not symptomatic.
Yeah.
If you're not sick.
Even if your symptoms, if it's just a little bit of symptoms, like, I'm not worried about that, you know?
Who's been talking about St. Louis sports since 1985? Bernie Miklasz.
The reasons Tony Romo has basically just collapsed as an analyst is he doesn't put any work into it. You can tell. Collinsworth is very well prepared. He knows what he's talking about because he's researched it and he's talked to everyone and he's made sure to get details and to be on top of things. Romo just kind of wings it.
Bernie Miklasz. Hear what he has to say on the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals. 104.1 FM KMOX. St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history.
Another home run! 4 in a row for Newfield.
From moment to memory.
President George Bush is on his way to St. Louis right now.
Among those voices, Ron Jacober.
Welcome back to the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Drury Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Drury Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Drury Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. If you need a new garage door, entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Enter now at overheaddoorstlouis.com. Deadline to enter is the end of the month, and you can't win if you don't enter at overheaddoorstlouis.com.
The northwest flow is continuing to be locked in place with even colder weather coming in here for the weekend. Plus, there's a little bit of snow on the way, but until then, we're fairly quiet. We're ahead of the Arctic cold front today. We should top out at about 44 degrees with a bit of a changeable sky, mix of clouds and sunshine. Clear skies and cold tonight, 24. Thursday, sunny and 37. Friday, lots of clouds taking over. It's a cold day Friday, but a dry day, 19. Friday night, clouds, light snow developing really late at night as we go down to 4. Saturday, clouds with periods of snow, and it's a cold 15. On Sunday, sunny and 25. It does look like at this stage of the game, we've got a long way to go with this storm system coming out of the southwest, that the heaviest snow should be across southern Missouri and southern Illinois, but it's a little too early to really be sticking numbers on this thing. This storm has got to get over the Rockies and redevelop in the Texas Panhandle. That's going to take a little bit of time. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Is life insurance part of your New Year's resolution? Listen, if you're young and healthy, it's simple, and any old agent can get it done. But if you're 50 to 60 years old with a touch of wide waistband syndrome or have correlating health glitches, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou doesn't bait and switch you in with young and healthy rates only to clobber you with the truth down the road. $1 million of coverage could be as low as $200 per month. And unlike that treadmill, this one won't collect dust in the corner. Call Term Provider, speak with Big Lou, and find out how much he can save you on your new $1 million life insurance policy. Start this year off with peace of mind by calling Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 133. So this is like, I'm beating this horse too much, the Dave Stupid horse, but like every day I send Andrew sound and then it magically plays on the radio show. And so just now I said, hey, what sound do you have today for me? And Rach says, oh, I don't have any yet. I said, oh, ask Andrew to upload it. And then I realized I have no idea what uploading is. Like, if you define it by Andrew does something and it comes out of the speakers and then I get to go home, I understand it.
That is essentially how it works.
But you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how many things are like that. Like I always talk about, I'm not an atheist because I don't know how a toaster works. and therefore I'm not going to tell someone whether there's a God or not, or who that God is. And like the upload thing, I get the basics. I have no idea what it means. Something's over there, and now it's over there.
Yeah, that's essentially
So
it.
it's on the computer, and it's a little file. And then you move that file into the correct place.
It's blanked out.
And then it just plays.
I think you're getting the idea now.
Yeah.
Because I'm sort of a generalist. I can kind of talk about anything, but I've got some real blind spots where I just aggressively don't want to know.
I was going to say, are you blind or are you just really closing your eyes tight?
Pretty tight. Pretty tight.
I am that way with so many things. I just don't want to know.
Yeah, I just don't want to know.
Because if I know, then I got to do it.
But what I uploaded is him talking about Greenland and the Force.
No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it. So I watched all 90 minutes of Donald Trump's Davos speech today, so you don't have to. And I pulled 2 pieces of sound out. The first one's pretty straight. The big news was that he said he would not take Greenland by force. So let's play that one for the people.
We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
Okay, there you go. That's enough.
And
that's what everyone's jumping on. That's why I think the stock market went back up today, and everyone's like, woo, okay, good. And then this next piece of audio made me chuckle out loud to myself and spit my coffee out a little bit when he's talking about his relationship with the European Union.
It's the only reason I'm interested in doing it. But in doing it, I'm helping Europe, I'm helping NATO, and I've until the last few days when I told them about Iceland, they loved me. They called me daddy, right? Last time. A very smart man said, he's our daddy. He's running it. I was like running it. I went from running it to being a terrible human being. But now what I'm asking for is...
Okay. That's not AI. I watched it live on my television.
Who called him that?
Some smart guy.
Very smart man.
Some smart man.
Okay.
Called him daddy.
Awesome.
Wheels, thoughts?
I'm so happy for him.
Uh-oh. Kevin might be broken. Or he's looking at baseball stats.
It's the same thing over and over again. He just makes stuff up, says whatever, and everybody's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, somebody said that. They used to call you daddy. No, they didn't. Who called him daddy? Name them. Name the 8 wars you stopped. Like, be specific. Like, this is the problem is, like, whenever you're doing this, anyone can do that if you, like, any one of us could. Now, most of us just can't get away with it because if we all start doing that in day-to-day life, you're getting fired or people are just going to be ignoring you. If you just walked around and just saying whatever, making stuff up, and you never have to explain it. You never have to be like, no, here, look, these are the details. This is what I mean. This is why this is real. Everybody would just ignore you, and you would get fired from your job. It's like, but in this one case, we all did. Well, not we all, but a lot of people just be like, yeah, what he said. Like, well, no, no, he's up there acting like he's the victim. You created all this. It's like if I walk into a room and punch someone in the face and then I get offended when everybody else punches me. Well, yeah, I started it. I went in and hit a person. Then everybody hit me because I hit that person. You're like, I don't know why people don't like me. What do you mean why? You say all these things. And then you and your people say that you didn't say it. Even though we have the audio that says you did. I mean, that happened today too, right?
It did.
Because he referred to Greenland as Iceland.
He just did.
Handful of times.
Yeah, just a few times.
Which, fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, you're never going to hear me come on my radio show and go, this idiot said Iceland.
We've all done that. I got a thing where I'll like accidentally, if there's a football player with a last name, sometimes I remember there was a baseball player 20 years ago who had that same last name but a different first name. And I will say the wrong, like I called Tyler O'Neill Paul O'Neill. Probably 20 times.
Yeah.
By accident. I know the difference.
No, I get it. But there are times I'm trying to tell someone about you, and I'll say, that ginger freak. And
the Jack baby.
Like that happens. That's all right. Can we just say, he just misspoke. He knew, he meant Greenland, but he's on a roll. No, we got to defend it. Like, he didn't say that. He did say it. We all heard it. You know, I mean, if you're the White House spokesperson, your job is definitely to deliver the White House's message, right? Your job, you're not unbiased. Your job is to be biased. You're there to speak for that administration. But it is not your job to gaslight and say, yeah, you know that thing you just saw? You didn't really see that. That's not what your job is. And you're a sad person if that's what you're willing to do. You really are. You're telling on yourself. And again, you know, we just went through this with Grandpa Joe. You know, he did a lot of goofy things and said a lot of dumb things, and he got heat for it, and he should have. He should have. Every bit of heat that he and his administration got for his gaffes, his slips, his pauses, his it was all deserved. Because you're in that job, your state of mind matters. Your ability to speak matters. Your competency matters. But then immediately you flip a switch and we're like, we don't care what crazy stuff this guy says. It's only when the other guy says it. Well, I care when they all say dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or they appear to be not thinking clearly.
The other thing, too, and I'm just going to be honest, like I don't like his policies. I don't like much of anything. But if his policies were centered around the Glover family, like when he talked about economics, if he was talking about my 401k, you see what I'm trying to say? If everything he said and did lined up with my values, I still would not be able to stand this human because the level of narcissism and bragging. And one of the least favorite things about myself is when I catch myself doing that, usually like a humble brag, which may be worse than actual bragging. But just like, you know, he has to smell his own farts for the first hour of talking to the world's economic leaders. You know he's going to have to talk about, I settled, this was a 38-year war and I settled it over lunch. Like, no, you didn't. But even if you did, like, say it once and then let us say it. It's so unseemly. It's so unattractive. It's so unbecoming. And the important part, to me, my humble opinion, you can disagree, is that it's so far beneath the office. It's just beneath the office of president.
Yeah.
And maybe this will be the future. Maybe we'll just get a whole line of these guys.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the future trend. You know, and I know that my perspectives are sometimes weird because I've spent 30 years doing sports stuff. But the biggest braggers and chest thumpers in sports are the guys that everybody hates. They don't like those guys. They like the humble guy. They like the guy that hands the football back to the referee rather than dancing and celebrating. Really? Okay.
Yeah, in fact.
So don't be blowing up Twitter with your complaints about some braggart football player if that's the guy you're going to support, because he's doing it and it's okay with him. I don't know. Maybe my problem is I just want consistency and people are not going, and maybe I'm not consistent either and I just don't see it.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys about my good friends, Dr. Maupin and her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan. And here's sort of the double-edged sword of doing live endorsement advertising with a personality like me, is that it's great when you buy a schedule where we talk about you every day. But what's not great is when I start talking about you and people go, oh, it's this one. It's white noise. I don't care. Because I promise you, how many people we have listening right now? 8.5 million, something like that. That was a Trump brag. That if we have 50,000 people out there listening, probably 5,000 to 7,000 of you could really benefit from a testosterone pellet. The good news is all it takes is a blood test. You just call BioBalance Health, let them know you heard about it on the DGS, and you're a little concerned about your overall health and maybe your sexual libido performance and such. You get a blood test. You go in with either Dr. Maupin or Dr. Sullivan. They go over it with you line by line. Most of the time, it's going to be testosterone. Even if it is, you can still say, I think I'm going to wait. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's something else that they can detect or send you back to your GP. Then right next door is BioBalance Skin, where your face can look 5, 7, 10 years younger at any given time. They're not permanent procedures. Some will last 3 months. Some will last 6 months. Some will last just a few weeks, like the microneedling, but you look great. It's a med spa. It's upscale. It's cool. And the people there are super, super nice, really funny, cool people. BioBalanceHealth.com.
Start your engine, St. Louis. The St. Louis Auto Show is back, and it's bigger, faster, and more exciting than ever. See the latest cars, trucks, SUVs, and electric vehicles, all at the America Center January 22nd through 25th. From cutting-edge technology to luxury rides and family favorites, this is the ultimate auto experience. Whether you consider yourself a car enthusiast or not, this event has something for everyone. More information at KMOX.com/events.
Guys, FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of KMOX, and of course, it's the official sportsbook of Kevin Wheeler as well. They have turned on playoff mode throughout both the college and pro football playoffs, and right now we're dealing with the NFL playoffs because the college ended on Monday night. So all customers this weekend get a profit boost pack on Sunday. That is because they've been doing this on every NFL playoff game day, and this Sunday is when you've got the championship round playing, so you'll wake up on Sunday, you open up the app, you'll find a pack that's loaded up with multiple profit boosts just waiting there for you to take advantage. Now, the boosts just mean that it's a way to level up your bets, right? So if you really like, right now, I really like the Patriots against the Broncos losing Bo Nix. I really like that one. I'm going to keep tracking it. I've already put a little bit on there, but that boost is going to mean that I get a boost in my profits when I win. So it's the same bet. I just make more at the end of it by using that profit boost. So you pick the matchup you want, you take your shot, and then you move from there. And it's simple. The profit boost just give you the bigger payouts if you're right and you make the right pick. So go to FanDuel.com/Missouri. You can grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day, which this week means Sunday for championship weekend. Remember, 21 or older and present in Missouri to play. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Remember, restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount, and you can see terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan. Have you noticed loose bricks or missing mortar around your house? On the walls, the patios, the walkways, the porch, or the chimneys? If so, you need to call Morelli Tuck Pointing. 314-645-1387. You might need one of two things: solid tuck pointing, the removal of old mortar with the replacement of new mortar throughout an entire wall or chimney, or maybe just spot tuck pointing. Spot tuck pointing involves the tuck pointing of a particular wall, a chimney, or other masonry surface in an area where it's needed the most. One example might be settlement cracks, usually found above or below windows or doorways. 314-645-1387. Call the company that the Brennans have called when we've needed tuck pointing. Morelli Tuck Pointing, the masonry specialists. Winner of the Angie's List Super Service Award every year since 2005. 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back. DJS, happy Wednesday. So one last thing on the Trump speech today, then we'll move on to other things. But he said at Davos, which is, he's Donald Trump. He's going to say what he's going to say anywhere where he is. But he said the 2020 United States election was rigged. And then he said, and people are about to be prosecuted for it. And he goes, well, I shouldn't have let that out of the bag, but they'll find out soon enough. Let me mark the tape. If anyone goes to jail for rigging the 2020 election, I will eat a cat live on the show. Probably a kitten, because it's a lot of animal. No one rigged the 2020 election. Certainly, no one's going to jail for it. But if they do, I'll eat a cat.
Well, the only people that went to jail for it were people that tried to put in fake electors in various states.
Mm-hmm.
And which way were they trying to push it?
Yeah.
Forget.
I remember that.
I forget. Oh, wait. I remember now.
Baseball.
Yes.
There are names out there?
What's that?
There are names being floated?
So a couple of them came up over the weekend. Related to the Cardinals. Obviously,
Yes.
there are other things that are floating out there. But John Heyman put a couple of free agent names out there, just simply listing the Cardinals as one of the interested teams for a starting pitcher named Griffin Canning and for a right-handed hitter named Miguel Andujar. So Canning would be, I don't want to say weird, it's just interesting because they have a lot of starting pitchers, but they don't have very many with a lot of major league experience, right? And he's not super experienced, but last year he was having his best year, and then he tore his Achilles. So he's kind of iffy for the start of this year, but will be healthy at some point. And he's a guy that at 29 might be worth a gamble. You sign him up for, reasonable amount of money. Now you have more pitching depth, and if he pitches well, maybe he's a trade candidate, that kind of thing. And Andujar's a right-handed hitter who kills left-handers. Absolutely destroys them. He's not a good defender.
What's he play?
He plays both corner outfields and both corner infields, but he's probably best in left field. That's probably where you're best.
Heard about Austin Hayes?
Yeah, I saw that name too, and Bernie and I talked about him a bit on Monday. I feel like he's probably going to be a little bit more in demand and expensive than what the Cardinals will want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But also keeping in mind, this is the thing that you have to remember with whether it's Canning, and Canning is a more interesting candidate for the Cardinals in one sense. Coming off a severe injury, he probably doesn't have contenders knocking down his door because they want more certainty.
Yeah.
So that's probably a more realistic guy. Guys like Andujar and Hayes, who are coming off good years and they're a little bit more predictable, those guys would probably prefer a better team if they can choose.
Where does Nathan Church come into all this?
No idea. No idea.
Was he
he's
ever
in the
thought
mix.
of as a stud?
No, he was never really viewed as a top prospect, but he's always been a good minor league performer. And he's got a great arm. He's a really good outfielder, but he's kind of in the if Victor Scott flames out, maybe he gets a look in center kind of thing. I would find it hard to believe that they would keep him as a fourth outfielder, mostly because he wouldn't have a ton of playing time. But if Nootbaar's not ready at the beginning of the year, maybe Church gets some run early in the year because he's a really good defender and he can run a bit. And he did hit in the minors. He just didn't hit here last year. So, wasn't very much playing time. But
This is the wrong word to use. But is there anyone you're dreading? Like, I'm kind of dreading Jordan Walker because I don't feel like he's going to do well again. I desperately want him to. I'm not rooting against the young man.
Right.
Seems like a very nice, smart, physically gifted guy. But I just haven't seen him be a ball player yet.
No.
And I just,
I get it. The problem is you shouldn't worry too much because you're tanking, essentially, right? I mean, you're not tearing your roster down to the studs where you're going to lose 110 games, but you're not that worried about whether you're winning or losing at this point. You're building a team for 2 or 3 years down the road, not for this year.
Yeah.
So for this kind of thing, if you're entering this trying to be good, then yeah, that's a real problem and a real concern because you don't know about Victor Scott, whether he's going to hit. You don't know if Jordan Walker's going to hit. But the reason that they're in this position is because we don't know about those guys still.
And what I'm hoping is that they are preparing this year differently and better than they have prepared in the past.
That's the hope, right? I mean, the hope is that Jordan Walker took the time at Driveline, which the Driveline, if for people that aren't familiar, is just basically a baseball laboratory. It's out of the Northwest. They've got locations all over the country now. But major leaguers, minor leaguers, college players, even high school players will go there, and they find out what's wrong with what they're doing. Usually it's biomechanics, right? So they start with that, like an analysis of what your body's doing, and they target where you can be better, stronger, more flexible, whatever happens to be your thing. And then they also make mechanical tweaks to you. Like they'll help you with, hey, you're hitting too many ground balls. How do we fix that in a good, productive way? And he went there at the beginning of the offseason, which is good. The fact that he's seeking help and seeking to make changes is a good thing because he's doing that on his own. And the problems here in the past have been he's not taken to the coaching as well as he needs to. And then when things get difficult, he just goes right back to his old habits, which were never working to begin with. They worked in the minor leagues, but they only worked in the minor leagues because he was bigger and stronger than everybody else, and minor league pitchers make more mistakes than major league pitchers.
Yeah, no one's going to feel bad for a professional baseball player, but it would suck to spend the first 23 years of your life always being the best and then getting to a level where you're like, I'm not even that good anymore. Like, we've all done it. You know, typically we peak in high school or maybe college, but every athlete goes through that. You find your level of incompetence.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it can be a psychological game, but most players have to deal with it in one way or another, right?
How quickly did you know when you showed up at Miami? Was it the first time you saw Charles Johnson Jr., or did it take you a few weeks to go?
No, first practice. I looked around, I went, oh, man. They're all better than me. And like, for me, it wasn't like, well, I guess I'm done. For me, it was like, well, I better get to work because I got to catch up. I got a lot of ground to make up. I got a lot of things to learn. And it didn't go the way I wanted it to. I never got to the level where I needed to be. But the point was that was what it triggered in me was, all right, well, I guess I better get to work on this and see if I can figure out a way to close that gap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it at that point, and I played in a big city. I played in a big metropolitan area, and on a good team that was always ranked and played. I mean, we played in the state semifinals.
Yeah.
I was used to good competition and used to being, hitting in the top 2 or 3 spots in the order on a good team all the time. And then I got there and I was like, well, this is different.
I'll tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts, and I'm going to be honest with you about something. This is a tough live for me because Mosby is so good, and everyone knows it. Right? It's not like they're like I'm introducing you to a new company. Oh, I want to tell you about this guy Mosby and this team and Rich and everyone there. And they're so fantastic and love them. Everyone knows Mosby, especially on KMOX, where they've done a show forever. And so it's a little bit challenging for me to make enough specificity, you know what I'm trying to say, that you're going to be motivated to make the phone ring. But I'll just double down and say that when it comes to home remodeling, whatever it is, the gold standard always has been and still is Mosby Building Arts. They will tell you we're not the cheapest in town. You can get it done less expensively. But they will also look you right in the eye and tell you, but we're not going to add a single dollar to what we think is a reasonable bid. And it's not like if you're looking at $5,000, they're $50,000. It's not like that at all. But they also think that the entire time, from the time you first shake hands until the last time you shake hands, should be an enjoyable experience for you. So if the time over the holidays made you think we need a new kitchen, we need to finish the downstairs basement, just reach out to them. Call 314-909-1800 for a brainstorming session or go to callmosby.com.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked with me for 27 years. Last year, my hero died at age 65. You can see my eulogy for him by visiting mybrothertim.com. He was one hell of a man. Because of Tim, together we built the largest injury firm in the world, and our clients are treated the way I would want my family to be treated. At Morgan & Morgan, nobody is a nobody and everybody is a somebody. If you need our help, visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer. See you soon, Tim. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit Genesis of St. Charles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
This is John Pertzborn with Ben and Gentry for HeatUpSt.Louis.org.
We're the Golden Boys!
For the 26th Rise and Shine benefit.
It's Friday, February 13th.
Your lucky day to volunteer.
Or buy a sausage or egg biscuit for $1.
At participating area Hardee's.
It's HeatUpSt.Louis.org to also pre-order. That's HeatUpStLouis.org.
Put the biscuits down, Ben.
Oi!
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, it's a blue sky. Right now, 46 degrees downtown at the Arch. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch for parts of the KMOX listening area as a major system approaches. Forecasters say heavy snow is possible starting late Friday night, starting through Sunday morning. The watch covers St. Charles, Franklin, and Jefferson counties in Missouri, as well as Bond County in Illinois. Total accumulations of 5 to 8 inches are possible in some southern counties. President Trump says he has the framework of a deal in place regarding Greenland. He posted about a meeting he had with the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. Meanwhile, European allies of the United States have been blasting the country during speeches at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. White House correspondent Nancy Cordes.
Rutte reassured President Trump that yes, despite what he had said in his speech earlier in the day, President Trump questioning whether NATO allies would actually be there for the United States, Rutte said absolutely. If the U.S. ever came under attack, it's part of Article 5 of NATO, the entire reason it was created. European countries would come to the assistance of the United States.
Correspondent Cammie McCormick with relief from many Greenlanders.
In Greenland, this boat captain.
It feels like a huge relief in many ways because I and many other Greenlandic people have been super worried about what might happen.
Britain's Defense Minister John Healey was meeting today with his Danish counterpart.
He's right. Diplomacy is the way to go. And as our Prime Minister said earlier in the week, the right approach to Greenland is a calm approach, an approach of discussion between allies.
Still, Trump said NATO shouldn't stand in the way of the U.S. acquiring Greenland.
There's another attempt to tighten up Illinois' Safety Act.
Illinois House Republicans want to give judges more discretion to keep the accused locked up and also make all felonies eligible for detainment. Sangamon County Sheriff Paula Crouch wants to stop the revolving door.
We have a lot of repeat offenders coming back into our jails. And why is that? It's because there's no accountability for the crimes that they're committing, because they can commit a crime, they either are not detained, or in some cases, they don't even make it to the jail. They're issued a citation with a court notice to come in.
The governor and supermajority Democrats have already said they're open to tweaks in the Safety Act. At the Illinois Capitol, Dave Dahl.
From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. Ford is recalling roughly 119,000 vehicles due to a possible fire risk.
Certain Ford Focus, Explorer, Escape, and MKC vehicles are being recalled because their engine block heaters have a defect. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the vehicle's engine block heaters may crack and develop coolant leaks, causing them to short circuit when the block heaters are plugged in. NHTSA says owners should not plug in their block heaters until the flaw is fixed, adding that dealers will replace the block heaters for free. Interim letters notifying owners of the safety risk are expected to be in the mail February 13th. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
The Dow from Stifel's up 760 points to 49,248.
The northwest flow is continuing to be locked in place with even colder weather coming in here for the weekend. Plus, there's a little bit of snow on the way, but until then, we're fairly quiet. We're ahead of the Arctic cold front today. We should top out at about 44 degrees with a bit of a changeable sky, mix of clouds and sunshine. Clear skies and cold tonight, 24. Thursday, sunny and 37. Friday, lots of clouds taking over. It's a cold day Friday, but a dry day, 19. Friday night, clouds, light snow developing really late at night as we go down to 4. Saturday, clouds with periods of snow, and it's a cold 15. On Sunday, sunny and 25. It does look like at this stage of the game, we've got a long way to go with this storm system coming out of the southwest, that the heaviest snow should be across southern Missouri and southern Illinois, but it's a little too early to really be sticking numbers on this thing. This storm has got to get over the Rockies and redevelop in the Texas Panhandle. That's going to take a little bit of time. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It is 46, feels like 38 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. Renner Garage Door has you covered. Renner's been turning garage doors from zero to hero since 1966. RennerDoorSTL.com.
RENNER.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Wednesday. Gorgeous day out there. Going to get some weather this weekend. We're going to be talking about a weekend event coming up here momentarily. If you're watching on the stream, you can see Rebecca Schaefer is here. Davide Weaver is here. Rebecca and I are old friends. Just met Davide today. And they're part of the artistic community. And I just talked about this, that I think that sometimes when you say, like, the artist community, that it intimidates those of us who are not in it, because we feel like, oh, if I try going in there, it's going to be like Invasions of the Body Snatchers, and they're going to point at me and scream, and I'm going to have to leave. Like, being in that community, do you ever think that way or feel that way?
No, I don't.
Never. You're going to find some of the nicest, kindest people in the artist community, especially in St. Louis.
And I'm so glad, we've known each other for years. I'm so glad to know that we have a great, thriving artist community.
We do. St. Louis is really booming in all the different types of art, but in visual art, there are galleries starting to pop up, around St. Louis. Art Fusion's located on the Laclede Landing, helping bring people back down to the Laclede Landing. A lot of art galleries can be common ground for people. But one of the most important things, and the reason why we need more art galleries in the city, it's a cultural hub for people, but it's where artists do business. And so, we need those places for artists to have that outlet, to get the exposure, but to also make their money, to do their business. Yeah. And it's important to have a thriving art community in your city, because they help in many ways with the cultural, with documenting, with bringing in people from other areas to see the art. So it affects the economics, to the cultural, to the diversity of what the city is able to provide.
Yeah, it's too bad about it, because I grew up in an artistic family as by far the worst artist. So I was around it and I was steeped in it, but I just wasn't very good at it. But what's sad is, like, sports, you hear everything about sports. Art, you only hear it if someone tapes a banana to the wall, and then everyone's like, "Oh, what a bunch of bull crap!" Right? But you don't hear about the everyday kind of art business going on.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And as far as like the art community goes, and what Rebecca was saying, you're going to meet some of the greatest people. Everybody's very welcoming. So if you can make it to an art opening, I recommend it. It's a great experience. Grab a little dinner somewhere and go to an art gallery and learn who your local artists are. You're going to appreciate, like, just introducing yourselves to them. They have so much to offer. And there's a good reason why, certain artists are in different areas. You see them everywhere because they're active in the community. not just in the art.
And they really do help. Like if you're a young artist or you're a new artist or you don't know what you're doing, just talk to somebody because they will really help pull you along and help you find the right places for you and the right people. There's really just a really strong connection with everybody.
Yeah. And every and I hate to be making it sound like it's so exclusive. You either are an artist or you're not an artist, but every generation, new artists are born. Right. And you're not born knowing anything, that you don't know anything about the art world or how business works or making connections. And so that's wonderful. Rach, what was the art gallery we had downstairs?
Art St. Louis.
Art St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
And
definitely.
I bought so many pieces down there. We'd go down there every opening day and just like it was so great. So fun.
That was great.
So you've lost one of your own. A very important part of the St. Louis art community. And this Saturday you will be honoring him. Tell us all about him.
Well, a good friend of ours and a very good friend to the art community, Henrik Potazowitz. He passed away in October very suddenly. And the art community sort of didn't have a lot of time to get together to do anything to really honor his life because there was a large body of work that he has. There's so many people that loved him that were out of town. So a few of us got together and just decided, like, we have to do something for him and honor him because he was just such a big presence, not so much his personality, but he was the guy who got in there and really dug deep into the lives of so many young artists, especially. And he painted so many murals around the city that you would never know he painted because he didn't take credit for anything inside of churches, inside of hospitals, inside of charitable places. And his artwork was fantastic. He was an incredible human. Henrik came out of the UK, and he was a bit of a misfit in a way, but he was just a delightful person. I always said he's a lot like Winnie the Pooh. Everybody loves him, and it was just so true.
And he never wore pants.
Everybody loves him, yeah, and he always, no, he actually only wore shorts, honestly.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I like him already. I like him already.
That kind of guy.
Yeah, and so he was also always in uniform. Everything he wore had paint on it.
Oh.
And so he was
Always
that guy. He was
what a great way to live.
He was the real deal. He was the real deal. He was always painting, but always had time for other people.
Yeah. So what's Saturday going to look like? First of all, fingers crossed, you don't have a big storm. It might only be like an inch of snow here. So that's going to be fine. But for the people who can make it out on Saturday, paint a picture, no pun, like what is it going to look like?
Well, come on down to the Laclede's Landing. We're located in between the old spaghetti factory, which, yes, it is still going strong, and a new location called Cobblestone Cafe, which is phenomenal spot. It has a little bit of everything, a bodega and bar and cafe inside. And they actually partner with Art Fusion quite often on events and things down on the landing. But as you're looking out the gallery, you're looking at the Mississippi River. To your right, you see the Eads Bridge. And if you step outside the front door, you see the arch. So it's very iconic of St. Louis. It's where the city started. It's our home in that sense. So,
and you remember it from our youth. You're a St. Louis guy.
Yes.
I mean, it was just the best.
When the Laclede's Landing was happening full blown with the music scene and all the bars and a lot of culture activity. Yeah, it was a vital part of St. Louis. And it may never get to be where that was, in that time, but it's coming back and we'll have a new chapter for its history for sure.
That's great. Guys, jump in here if you want to. What is it like? Because we know, like I said, you hear about this painting went for $80 million. You hear about that. You don't hear about Dave Glover buying one at a coffee shop. You don't hear about that. I'm more interested in that. What is it like for the on-the-ground professional but not famous artist to make a living these days?
So at our gallery, we're welcoming artists from emerging artist level to established artists. And so we're working with both groups. I work hard to curate the exhibitions to make sure that the art flows. We have 2 floors at the Art Fusion Gallery. It's about 20,000 square feet. We always have around 100 pieces of art on display. And so we're very accommodating to the local art scene. Some galleries only feature out-of-town artists. Some galleries only feature emerging artists. So some have a little bit of both, like we do. And so depending on what you're interested in, you find that gallery and support it. Even if it's out of town artists, but supporting local artists is important in general. But I definitely would love it if you would buy local art. And I think that in general, the community is more accepting of the art scene now in that sense. Like, you have beautiful art on your arms, tattoos, or a lot of tattoo artists are thriving in St. Louis. Musicians, bands, there's more music venues now than ever. So there's a lot of great things in the art scene, not necessarily the visual artists, but it's important that we're, if you're a building owner, that maybe you have several art studios that accommodate local artists, because, there are challenges to try to get yourself established, to get a studio that you can afford while you're trying to get the supplies and materials to make the art. So, it's always, and that's part of why we're here, to help establish those artists, give them the push they need to go in the right direction.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm a musician and really tied into the local musicians. And we have such a wealth in St. Louis. And we know that. We grew up here. We know. If you're looking for soccer players or guitarists, man, we got them, right? Just go to Grant City or South County. But we're not recognized nearly enough for that. And I always say that St. Louis has somewhere between a chip on its shoulder and an inferiority complex. Chicago and Memphis, and we just think we're not as cool. And we are as cool. We just, we need a little swag.
Yeah.
And Rebecca, you didn't grow up here.
I grew up in Chicago.
So you've really kind of fallen in love with the city.
Yes, and actually when I arrived here, 18 years ago, I was an emerging artist, and it was so difficult in Chicago to really break through any of those barriers. And when I came to St. Louis, I actually met Henrik walking down Cherokee Street. And I was admiring some of the paintings on the wall, and he walked in and he's like, "Here's my number. Give me a call. I'll get you set up." And that's how it works around here. It's that small town. I'm going to help you out. And if you like it, great. Everybody just kind of bands together in a really different way in St. Louis. It's just a really synergistic community. And it is not like other cities. And I don't know if it's because it's small, but I think there's just something really special about the St. Louis community in general.
So
I agree.
Outside of Saturday's event for Henrik, if people are listening right now and they say, "Oh, my 13-year-old daughter is a burgeoning artist, I need to get her involved," or a 47-year-old person says, "Oh, it's time I pick up the watercolors again," outside of Saturday, how do people get involved? Where's the best place to go?
So for Art Fusion, we have gallery hours on Friday and Saturday, noon to 4. Or you can set up an appointment 7 days a week, and I'm very accommodating. If you're just starting up and you have questions, feel free to come in and talk to me. That's what the gallery hours are there for. I help you get connected with the right people, from starting to people that have been doing it for years. And that's a very important thing. So thank you for even asking that question. And I just did want to swing back to Henrik on how special of an artist he was in this community. Even though he wasn't from here originally, he found his home here and lived amongst a lot of artists in Soulard, which has a great community there. And the Soulard Art Market there is a big supporter. And so what was so great about Henrik is that any artist at any level could go to him and appreciate his work and see his talent just on his canvas. But he was so humble about it. And so he was so approachable for everybody. And I never got this, and I've never said this about anybody else, but after speaking to Henrik about art and insightful things about life, when I would walk away, I felt like I just played with puppies. And I've never had that with anybody else.
That's great.
So that's why this is going to be a special Saturday exhibit, noon to 4, and we have over 35 of his pieces from private collections. And so that's a very unique lifespan of artwork, and it's a must-see exhibit if you can make it down on Saturday.
That's great. We're going to put all of it up on our social media. You can go to Art Fusion STL on Instagram. As long as we don't have a complete blizzard, I'm going to be there on Saturday.
Excellent.
And so I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you, guys. Great to
you.
meet you. Rebecca, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, flies? This is David Spade.
Dana Carvey.
Look, I know we never actually left, but I'll just say it. We are back with another season of Fly on the Wall.
Every episode, including ones with guests, will now be on video. Every Thursday, you'll hear us and see us chatting with big-name celebrities.
And every Monday, you're stuck with just me and Dana. We react to news, what's trending, viral clips.
Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
Tell you guys about Susan L. Ward. Talk about her pretty much every day. She's not going to be significant to you unless you or someone in your life is going through a divorce or thinking about going through a divorce. And so let's just say that you're in the latter group, that you are thinking about it, but you haven't really told a lot of people yet. The very best thing you can do is talk to a really good divorce attorney who practices specifically in that jurisdiction. Now, the good thing about Susan L. Ward is she has multiple satellite offices. So she spends a lot of time in St. Louis County, but she's also in Jefferson County and St. Charles County and Warren County. And she's just a larger than life figure that everyone knows. Every judge knows her. I am quite positive that every judge respects her, and that's a big deal. You go into court with someone who the judge is going to have a benefit of the doubt for because they know her ethics, they know her intelligence, they know that she probably knows the law as well or better than they do. She's going to get not breaks like as in, but kind of like, tie goes to the runner kind of thing. So talk to Susan. She'll answer all of your questions in detail. Then you'll have a much better basis on which to decide which way to move forward. 314-783-9400, stlfamilylaw.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-4cellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, St. Louis City SC fans, mark your calendars now. The Boys in Red return to Energizer Park to kick off Season 4 Saturday, February 21st. And you could be there for the dawn of a new golden era of St. Louis soccer. Go to stlcitysc.com/tickets and reserve your seat now for the MLS home opener versus Charlotte FC. Limited quantities remain. See you soon, St. Louis.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings, up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, I'm John Rooney. Congratulations to KMOX on 100 years strong, truly making KMOX the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 223. I love doing segments like that. I hate doing segments where we end up just fighting about Trump. I love doing Andrew will double dip his chip after someone if they're not openly symptomatic. That's what I love to do. And like I said to Davide, I consider myself a very limited talent, but passionate about art. And I don't just mean like painting. I mean stand-up comedy, anything in the arts, anything creative. And I just think that we all have to like really stick together and push for each other, because it's a weird community, right? I mean, just in radio, it's a weird community. There's like a dozen people.
It's also not like doing something where you go to college for 4 years and you just walk in and get a job.
Exactly.
Right? It's a grind.
Exactly.
More so what they're doing here too. Like, this is a weird thing where, sometimes your employment is just based on the whims or the likes of someone that happens to be higher up on the food chain. And for them, it's a little bit even more than that. You're trying to figure it out day by day, I would imagine, if you're young.
You guys have heard my spiel before that I give, like when I go to talk to students who want to be creatives, professional creatives. I always say that you have to do it long enough and be really bad and make mistakes and fail and flop and bomb. Whether you're a stand-up comic or you're an oil painter, you have to do that long enough to where you find your unique, authentic voice. But that's like half the battle, because you can find that unique singing voice or artistic voice, and the general public goes, I don't think so. Not digging your chili. Just don't like it. Which would have to be devastating, to have a belly fire like that. Rachel had a sports question for Wheels.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about this situation with the Duke quarterback who wants to leave. Have you seen this, Wheels?
Yeah, because he's supposed to come to Miami.
So I'm confused. I'm confused that he's even like locked into a contract with Duke. I didn't think that college football players or college athletes of any kind got paid by the college. So I'm just confused by the whole situation, and they're trying to block him from leaving.
Yep.
What's going on here?
So I won't get too crazy into the boring details, but essentially the Duke starting quarterback is entered the transfer portal at the very last second. And everybody thinks he's trying to go to Miami to transfer there with the new NIL deal and all of that. Duke is saying that he signed a 2-year agreement that grants them exclusive rights to sell his name, image, and likeness.
And what does he get out of that? A percentage?
He gets money. I mean, he gets paid an amount. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it was maybe $4 million is what he gets. And so they're arguing that he's in breach of contract. Their position is a little bit more technical, where they're saying, well, all right, but if you're saying it's pay for play, well, that makes him an employee. And do we want to categorize him as an employee? And so there's going to be a legal back and forth when it comes to how enforceable that agreement is when a player is allowed to transfer and move on to another place. In other words, the name, image, and likeness is not because. Let me rewind. It's like this because the colleges do not want players to be considered employees, because employees get protections under the law, and they don't want any of that, and they don't want collective bargaining. So they don't want the players to be able to become a union or anything like that. So they play these games around the edges, and that's where we are now. So this is kind of one of those gray areas. What's enforceable, what's not, based on contract law. And the school is trying to keep him from leaving because they don't want to lose their starting quarterback, which is understandable. And they do have an agreement. And his side is essentially saying, well, wait a minute, hold on. Labor law doesn't really apply here because we're not an employee. So what does this even mean? And is this even enforceable? And I don't know how it's going to go. I'm not a legal analyst, but the school sought a temporary injunction to keep him from entering the transfer portal. They lost that in court. So he's going to be in the portal. The question's going to be, how long does the legal battle play out, and does it keep him from taking the field?
Gotcha. Tell everybody about it. Yeah.
Yes, pardon me. I'm sorry.
Screwing me up over there. Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. I'm going to cut right to the deal, because I've talked to you a lot in the last couple of years about Universal Windows Direct and how great they are, and they're really good people, and I know them, and their products are super, super solid, and their guarantees are ironclad, but they always offer a deal, and they're coming right out of the gate in 2026 with a better deal than they had all of 2025. You buy 4 windows, which you're going to buy 4 windows. No one just buys 1 window. You're going to buy 4 windows, and you get 4 windows for free. That's pretty close to a house right there. One of the best offers that they've ever done. You also get 0% interest financing for 60 months, so 5 years to pay off your windows without a single dime in interest. You get $1,000 taken off your entire project, plus you get a vacation voucher through Destination Motivation with every purchase. Locally, call 314-334-2522 or go online at universalwindowsdirect.com.
How many of you think taxes will go up in the future? And if they do, who will get hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA for years, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Thursday, January 22nd or Tuesday the 27th. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or go to yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents nor representatives may offer tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with their qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Let's check in with Dave Murray's weather forecast.
The northwest flow is continuing to be locked in place with even colder weather coming in here for the weekend. Plus, there's a little bit of snow on the way, but until then, we're fairly quiet. We're ahead of the Arctic cold front today. We should top out at about 44 degrees with a bit of a changeable sky, mix of clouds and sunshine. Clear skies and cold tonight, 24. Thursday, sunny and 37. Friday, lots of clouds taking over. It's a cold day Friday, but a dry day, 19. Friday night, clouds, light snow developing really late at night as we go down to 4. Saturday, clouds with periods of snow, and it's a cold 15. On Sunday, sunny and 25. It does look like at this stage of the game, we've got a long way to go with this storm system coming out of the southwest, that the heaviest snow should be across southern Missouri and southern Illinois, but it's a little too early to really be sticking numbers on this thing. This storm has got to get over the Rockies and redevelop in the Texas Panhandle. That's going to take a little bit of time. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret with Eamon Gantner and Capriano. Before you packed your child off to college, did you get a power of attorney for them? Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com.
The choice of an attorney is an important decision and shouldn't be based solely on advertising.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX. St. Louis has a voice.
This is KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history.
The St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions.
From moment to memory.
Now there is only one Berlin.
Among those voices, Wendy Weiss.
We'll have more on the troop deployment to Bosnia.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop. Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
At Graybar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Graybar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
Welcome back, DJS on KMOX 234. Going to do a DJS happy hour here, but first we just had some news from Cardinals Nation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, trying to put it, it's not as big as it sounds because this is basically what they had done for 2023. But the Cardinals put out a press release a little bit ago. They posted on Twitter as well. That Yadier Molina is back with the organization as a special assistant to Heimblum. And he had that same role under John Mozeliak in 2023. And we didn't know how it was defined then. I don't think we know how it's being defined now. But he did show up a couple times last year in uniform in the dugout. And I'm sure they want to keep him involved as much as they can. I don't know what his contributions are. I mean, like you have to keep in mind that sometimes when you're special assistant to the president of baseball operations, it might just mean you're available to give him advice or to answer questions if he wants to pick your brain on something. Hey, what do you think about Leonardo Bernal? Can we do this? What do you think you would do to, like, it can be as simple as that, and it can be more than that. Who knows? Maybe he'll be in spring training. We haven't gotten it outlined, but it's a very general description most teams use, like this special assistant. That's a general description, could mean anything. Could mean we just want to lean on your opinion sometimes. Could mean you're going to show up in spring training and be there for a couple of weeks. It varies by the person and by the team. So I don't think we know exactly how that's defined, but you're never going to be worse off with him in the organization.
Right.
Because that means he's not going to any other organization.
Yeah, every day he's there is a good day.
Yes. And look, he's got kids. His son is in college. He may not have that. I mean, I know he's talked about he'd be willing to be a manager, like he's interested in managing, but neither he nor Albert really got close to getting a job this past offseason. And it's probably mostly because they haven't been in as much. But also, it's about who's opening is what, and what are their goals, and do they have relationships? A lot of those hires are about relationships and who knows who. But having him in the organization is never bad. I mean, you want to keep that connection because you don't know what things are going to look like in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Is he your bench coach? Is he just going to be happy with this kind of a role? And he just wants to, help out where he's needed and not necessarily have to commit to 8 months a year, traveling around and doing all that. I mean, that's a hard life that those guys live as big leaguers, and they make a lot of money. And a lot of times when they retire, they're okay with not having to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But it's, again, never bad to have him in the organization.
Totally agree. That's good news. Good news. Who wants to go first? DJ's happy hour.
I've got something.
All right.
Okay, I saw this video and I just thought it was really cute and funny and that you guys would enjoy it. I saw it on the subreddit, Just Guys Being Dudes. And it is 7 young men. Looks like they're in high school and they're all like wearing school uniforms. So it looks like they all go to like private high school together. They're sitting around a table during lunch or study hall. It's hard to tell. And the title of the video is Day 7 of Bringing Random Items to School. So these 7 friends have just been bringing random things to school to make each other laugh. And I thought you guys would enjoy the list of things they brought because it's a really cute video. They're all just laughing
Is
at
this
the
the thing where
random
you spit
items.
water out?
I feel like some of them do have water in their mouths, but none of them spit out the water. But
Okay.
they're laughing the whole time.
Okay. If no one's ever seen this, it's really funny. I've thought
Yes.
about us doing this. Is like all of us get a mouthful of water and then we pull out something random. Usually like it's like siblings at mom and dad's house for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
And they'll pull out some dad's pipe or something and you have to try not to laugh. So go ahead.
So here are the items these 7 young men brought to school. The first one is an iron. And they all go crazy over the iron. The iron really makes them laugh. Second one is a little lantern. The third item is a 3-pack of hot dogs, and the crowd goes wild. The next guy brings in one of those little salon. It's like a bust of a Barbie. It's like a toy, like a little girl will
fix her
brush
hair.
the exactly. Another iron. So 2 of the boys brought in irons independently on the same day. The next is a monkey statue, and finally another pack of hot dogs.
Wow.
So it was just really fun and wholesome. And it just reminded me of being a teenager and the dumb things you do. And the way it's like, what's funny about bringing an iron to school? I guess nothing, but it's also the funniest thing in the entire world whenever you're 16. So
it's funny because and I mean, you don't have to analyze it, but it's funny because to me, because it's very large.
Yeah, and you're
and
carrying
unwieldy,
that in your backpack
and you're
all day.
carrying it in your backpack for the entire day.
My dude, I just been looking at the video. He just slapped down on the table like this giant 3-pack of 3 pounds of ground beef. Just, boom. That would make me laugh in that setting.
I know. It's just fun. I enjoyed watching that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I always laugh on Friday or Saturday. I forget what it is. Channel 5 will do an extended coverage of high school basketball. And they always start with a crowd shot. And there's always a bunch of 17-year-old boys going, "Urgh!" And I'm like, oh, my God, what a bunch of dorks, and I just love them.
Yeah.
Like, what a time of life.
You're just having fun,
You're
man.
just having fun. You're just having fun. It's all your life is. Now, of course, you got stuff in your life, but that time of life, like your focus is just what is the next fun thing I can do?
Just guys being dudes.
Yep, guys being dudes.
Andrew, got anything?
My wife was really mean to me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all right.
Let me ask you this. What did you do?
Hurt my feelings. So this is still about the Woody's thing has been the talk of the town, right?
Boy.
Sure.
Because everybody's talking about how everybody waited 12 hours for some chicken.
Right.
And so I was talking to my wife about that, and I was speculating on who the type of person is who might wait 12 hours for chicken. And I said, look, I mean, I would describe what I
see where
have.
this is going.
I would describe what I have as an unhealthy relationship to food. And then before I could finish my statement, which I had a whole rest of a statement to go, she said, "I know." Like that. And I was like, oh, well, I mean.
You were just using it as a little preamble.
I was using it as a preamble to be like.
Set the stage.
I mean, I feel like if anybody I know would wait 12 hours for some chicken, it would be me. And I would never do that.
And you're making the point that, who are these people?
Who are these people? But I didn't get to
cut your legs off.
I didn't get to get that out because she was like, I know.
She Judge Judy'd you.
Yeah.
She's like, bang, here's the gavel. Boom.
And of course, what she was doing was like, finishing my thought for me. She knew where I was going with it. But it was very funny in the moment.
How did it go from there? Did you sulk?
Well, I pretended to sulk. Because, I got to get some points. I got to get some sympathy.
Did you finish the story, or did you just like that? That's it.
Well, so she was finishing my thought. Like, she knew. It sounded very funny in the moment. But she was finishing my thought for it because she was like in the same headspace. Like, who are these people who are waiting 12 hours? I mean, if you're not doing it, who's doing it?
Yeah, that's fair.
And I still don't know the answer to that. I don't really.
What was your hypothesis going to be? Who are these people?
I don't have a theory. I don't have a guess. Because my answer is me. My answer is I'm the kind of person, but I wouldn't. So I don't know.
I'm just reading about the event. So they sold the tenders with barbecue sauce. I don't remember barbecue sauce being an option at Woody's.
It was.
It was?
Not a lot of people did it, but some people did. My wife did, for example.
Okay.
Some people swore by it. They love to have their fried. I think bone-in fried chicken can't be eaten with sauce. Except for a wing, except for a small portion thing like a wing.
Interesting.
I just don't think so. I think you have to
Ketchup?
appreciate. No, oh my God, ketchup on chicken?
Yeah, that's all I eat.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I like Raising Cane's with the ketchup.
But that's not bone-in chicken.
Right.
I'm talking about bone-in chicken.
What about the bone?
Why is that different?
Changes it.
It's just a different cut of meat.
It's
you eat it, and
unwieldy to
it's
dip.
unwieldy to dip it or sauce it, and it doesn't need it. Your bone-in chicken should stand by itself without the need for any
Why
sauce.
should it be any different than the boneless version?
Well, for what it's worth, I think your boneless chicken should also stand alone without sauce.
Okay,
but I'm a little more inclined to, due to the dippable, slender nature of a chicken finger, I'm more likely to get my little piggy fingers wet with some sauce. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe because I pretty much exclusively eat chicken breasts.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a couple good pulls off that.
You definitely can.
That's what tenders
You
are.
absolutely can, and that is what a tender is for sure.
Yeah.
I just think...
See, I don't tend... this is going to be so sacrilegious. I don't tend to like any of the signature sauces. I don't like caniac sauce.
Really?
No, I don't.
I don't like the caniac either.
What?
I actually don't know if I've ever even had it.
What about like a Chick-fil-A sauce?
Delicious.
It's okay, but...
Because I will be partaking in some of that this evening.
Yeah,
You gotta be taking
it's fine.
You gotta have the Polynesian one.
Yeah.
Joe Bradley says the answer is a bunch of Andrew Choppelgangers.
I mean, must be, right?
Yeah.
Whole town full of them.
You should have gone there. You'd have been like the king.
I started to feel like I was writing like a Carrie Bradshaw Sex in the City column. I'm like, is everyone lining up for this chicken except me?
I couldn't help but wonder.
Who waits 12 hours for anything?
It's a great question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't think of anything that I would wait 12 hours for, especially since. So I had already mourned. This is the best chicken in the world, but I had already mourned this chicken. Right.
It was gone.
They said it's
was
gone.
dead.
It's never coming back. We're not selling the recipe.
It's like grandma being resurrected.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
not
like
waiting 12 hours for that.
right. But it's like grandma being resurrected, but like
I
a
will dip
grandma,
her in sauce.
a grandma that you could kind of like live without. So you're like, well, I mean, I kind of already got used to grandma not being around.
Yeah, she kind of stunk like oil, but I like
I don't need to wait 12 hours to see grandma. I've seen her before.
Man, grandmas are taking some heat. I mean, you got probably two of those, but there's
everybody's got that one grandma.
Million chicken places around, man. A lot of substitutes.
There's substitute grandmas. Any old lady can be your grandma.
Oh my goodness.
Start your engine, St. Louis. The St. Louis Auto Show is back, and it's bigger, faster, and more exciting than ever. See the latest cars, trucks, SUVs, and electric vehicles, all at the America Center January 22nd through 25th. From cutting-edge technology to luxury rides and family favorites, this is the ultimate auto experience. Whether you consider yourself a car enthusiast or not, this event has something for everyone. More information at kmox.com/events.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
So I'm kind of a weird guy, as you know. When I go places I haven't been, even fun places like a new restaurant or back in the days when I used to travel and, go to resorts and things like that, I always wanted the most information I could get. And if you're like that, let me tell you, rather than being hyperbolic about Mike and Michael's Flooring, been with me for 24 years, here's what it's like. So 3 locations, and they couldn't be more flooring stores. They're not huge. They're not small. They're not opulent. They're not threadbare. They're flooring stores. They look exactly like flooring stores. You go in. There'll be more people working than are there probably because they're well staffed. Hi, how are you? Anything I can help you with? I would lead with, I heard about you on the DGS because for a quarter century now, most of their leads have come from this show. So they're going to roll out the red carpet, no pun, but they're not going to bother you. They're not going to chase you. They're not going to follow you. But when it comes time to say, you know what, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the middle of the road, Coronet, Berber, XYZ. They'll give you their actual opinion, which another thing I love. I love going to a restaurant. Hey, what's good on the menu tonight? Chef really likes the halibut. So to me, it's the best way to shop. No one's going to hover, but no one's going to ignore. You can find the closest of the 3 locations to you by going to michaelsflooringoutlet.com.
It's about time pros had one partner for the whole job. Why juggle 10 different suppliers when one can do it all? At the Home Depot, you'll save with pricing built for pros. You'll stay on track with job site deliveries, scheduled, next day, or same day. And you'll get every size, every finish, every job lot quantity you need. One partner for the entire job. That's how pros get more done. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Every morning, we rise and shine.
make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Saw a guy on TikTok, a philosopher, and he was making the point. Here's his basic point. He said that we have such a short life. You know, the universe has been here for 13.4 billion years, and the Earth's been here for 3.4 billion years, and you're going to be here for 75, then you're going to be gone for eternity. And that we should live life to its fullest to the extent that we seem like maniacs. Like it should just be, you know, Rach should be in Japan 5 times a year. And, you know, like that's the way we should live. So I want to get your thoughts on that. And it reminds me of Dr. Ribicki, who is my client with Neo Biden and my friend, my doc. And we were having breakfast in the West End one time, and he was one of the few people who ever beat pancreatic cancer. And he had like a less than 1% chance of survival. And he beat it. And he was probably 5 years post-cancer at that point. And he said, my wife and I, like literally like pinky locked and said, life's going to be different. We are going to live life to its fullest. We're going to travel. We're going to this. We're going to that. And I said, how long did that last? And without hesitating, he said, 1 year. He said, we lived like that for 1 year. And then we just kind of went back to living the way normal people live. And he said, other people might be able to sustain it longer, but that was our limit of living like Larry, you know, just out there and doing the do. Thoughts?
I mean, I can appreciate where this person is coming from, but I also think it might be a mistake to think that you have to be like, as far as like quote unquote living life to the fullest, like that means I have to do all of these things all the time. I mean, can't that also just mean being grateful for what you have and focusing on like that seems more of a productive pursuit and an actual path to happiness, because the other way seems like, and maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a focus on like acquiring things and checking things off of a list. And
very hedonistic.
Yeah, I don't know that that equals happiness necessarily.
Yeah, I'm torn at it because in the ideal, it sounds great, but it's not practical for 99% of people. Who can travel all the time? Who can do everything they want? Who has the money to do that? Who has the free schedule to do that? If you have kids, there's no way you're doing any of that stuff. I think it's much more about eliminating the things that drag you down. So if you have a job you hate, get out of that job. Do something different if you're gonna live that lifestyle. I think it's a lot more about simplifying and making sure that your day-to-day is happier, less stressful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make sure you're leaving time for the present and not just saving everything for the future, because you don't know if you have that 25-year future or 30-year future. You hope you do, but you certainly don't know that you do. So you kind of do a little bit of both. But like, to me, like living every day like it's your last is incredibly impractical. Like, I don't know how you do it.
Sounds kind of exhausting, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, who could party every day?
Yeah.
I've kind of soured a lot in the past few years on the idea of like I didn't really realize I was doing this, which is more, it's not anybody's fault but my own. But I've been putting like a lot into retirement, and I don't know. I've kind of soured on that idea in general in the past few years. Stuff like the market crash back in 2008, where a bunch of people lost all of that just in an instant. And the fact that, Social Security is almost certainly not going to be around by the time I'm 65. And that is even if I make it that long. I don't know.
More of a live for today strategy.
Yeah. I'm not guaranteed age 65, but I am guaranteed right now sitting here talking to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about this. Not anything productive or smart, as you can tell, but I've been thinking.
Honey, I'm thinking we should save less.
Yeah, I mean, honest to God, I really.
Yes, I mean, that's what I'm.
Are you guys?
That's what I'm saying.
Are you on the same team?
Yeah, by and large. I mean, who knows? Especially, with her, she had 2 strokes in 2022. You know what I mean? She had to relearn how to walk. I mean, it's not a good idea. You don't want to drain your savings, and you don't want to have nothing, set up for the future. Just in case you are blessed with that. But if you are blessed with that, it is a blessing. It's not something that you're definitely going to have.
Good, Wheels.
I was just going to say that the trick to it all is balance. You shouldn't be doing one or the other. It shouldn't be all for now or all for later. It should be balanced. You should be like, yeah, all right, we got to take care of later, but I don't want to just live plain bare bones now because, as Andrew said, I might not have 25 years. Might not have to worry about that down the road.
Fairwinds River's Edge is more than a place to live. It's a place to belong. Come see why we have been voted Best Independent Senior Living Community for 4 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report. We think you'll like it here, and the experts agree. Come see us for yourself. Call to schedule a tour and complimentary lunch, or to learn more about our upcoming app university that can help enhance your everyday life. Find us online at fairwindsriversedge.com.
Guys, FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of KMOX. It's my official sportsbook as well. And they have turned on playoff mode. They did it for college, and, of course, that continues in the NFL now. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. So this week for championship round, that means Sunday. You got 2 games on Sunday. So when you open the app on Sunday morning, you'll find a pack that's loaded up with multiple profit boosts waiting there for you. And the profit boosts are a simple process. It's just a way to level up your bets. So let's just keep it simple. You're going to make a $5 bet. Let's say the normal return on that would be about $4.50. Well, this will add whatever because the boosts are all a little different, but that boost will increase your winnings, and it doesn't mean that you're increasing the amount that you're betting. So you pick the matchups that you believe in. You take a shot on a favorite. You take a shot on an upset. I'm definitely keeping an eye on the line of the Patriots and Broncos game with Bo Nix out. I'm going to check that and see how that line moves throughout the course of the week. Going to keep that is a possibility for me on Sunday, and then I'm going to apply that profit boost just like you can and go after the bigger payout. So FanDuel.com/Missouri is where you can learn more. Grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day this week. That is Sunday. And remember, 21 or older and present in Missouri to play. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. And restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. You can see the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If every time you have people over, you're embarrassed about your bathroom, it is the perfect time to plan ahead for a spring installation of a new bathroom. At Michael's Bass, they specialize in beautiful, safe bathroom remodels, from tub to shower conversions to full renovations, including the paint and electrical work. Family owned and locally owned, michaelsbass.com. You can plan now for a spring install and ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. michaelsbass.com.
Barnes Jewish Hospital and WashU Medicine physicians have long been leaders in heart and vascular care. Now, we're taking the patient experience to another level by opening our new state-of-the-art patient tower, designed specifically with heart patients in mind. By combining the latest technology with thoughtful design and private rooms, heart patients can experience faster healing, reduced stress, and improved outcomes. Learn more at barnesjewish.org/heart.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it is a blue sky. Right now, 46 degrees downtown at the Arch. Travel could become very difficult this weekend as a winter storm moves into the region. A newly issued winter storm watch calls for 4 to 6 inches of snow between late Friday night and Sunday morning. In addition to the snow, forecasters warn that dangerous cold is returning, with wind chills expected to drop below zero on both Friday and Saturday nights. President Trump is announcing a major step toward a deal involving Greenland.
After some tough statements at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, where President Trump reiterated he wants the U.S. to have Greenland, he posted on social media, quote, "We have formed the framework of a future deal," unquote. The president made the statement after a meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, saying, quote, "This solution, if consummated, will be a great one for the United States of America and all NATO nations," unquote. In response to this framework, the president said he would not be imposing the tariffs that he had scheduled to go into effect February 1st. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
A new Missouri audit raises questions about whether more lottery advertising is actually helping education.
A report from Missouri State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick shows lottery advertising spending went up last year, while money sent to education went down. The audit notes advertising increased by about $5 million, but lottery revenue fell by more than $49 million, and transfers to education dropped more than $18 million. Fitzpatrick says lawmakers may want to reconsider how much they put toward advertising moving forward. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
The Cardinals have announced that Yadier Molina will rejoin the team as special assistant to baseball operations. Chaim Bloom. Bloom says, quote, "He is an elite competitor, a consistent winner, and one of the greatest ever at his position, and we look forward to many contributions during his visits with us in this new role, both in and out of uniform." Bloom adds Gotti will provide input on the Cardinals' catching program, advise staff on catching and game planning strategy, and will give Bloom and front office valuable perspective from his unique vantage point. The KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. Missouri's Durnell case against Bayer is set for review before the U.S. Supreme Court adjourns in June.
Bayer CEO Bill Anderson issued a statement in regards to the Roundup product decision from 2023 in St. Louis Circuit Court and the legal battle that continues. It reads in part, "It is time for the U.S. legal system to establish that companies should not be punished under state laws for complying with federal warning label requirements." Here's KMOX legal analyst Brad Young.
I see this as a situation where the court will, in all likelihood, strike many of these verdicts because they were based on state labeling requirements that were in excess of what was required by federal law.
Young predicts the matter could be bounced back to a trial court. Brad Choate, KMOX News.
Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index. Here is Stifel's Kevin Monton. Kevin?
Michael, the markets had a nice bounce back today on continued talk over a peace agreement in Greenland. The Dow was up 588 at 49,077. S&P tacked on 78 at 6875. NASDAQ was positive 279 at 23,233. And the Bloomberg St. Louis Index was up 27 at 1695. Stocks to the upside, Clears gained 4% at 1404, and Emerson was positive 3% at 149.57. Stocks to the downside, Edgewell lost 0.7% at 1914, and Centene was off 1% at 45.26. Finally, Stifel up 1.4% at 128.73. This has been Kevin Monton, Senior Vice President of Investments at Stifel, member SIPC, and the New York Stock Exchange. For more information on Stifel, please visit our website at stifel.com.
Got a stall 170 north at Olive on the right shoulder, also 270 south at Olive on the right shoulder. A crash on 94 east before 141. Screen just updated here. Let's get down to this. 370 east at 94. That's got the right lane closed. Stalled vehicle 44 west at Arsenal on the right shoulder. Stalled vehicle 44 east at 141 on the right shoulder.
Well, it's not warm this afternoon, but it's a little bit better. This should probably be the warmest day of the week. We should top out at about 44 degrees. Let's look for a mix of clouds and sunshine, though the emphasis will be a little bit on more sun than clouds. Also a little bit breezy. Tonight, clear skies and cold, 24. Thursday, another Arctic cold front comes knocking at the door. Thursday, though, is sunny. It's a dry front. 37 for the high, but we're very cold Thursday night. Some clouds around, going down to 12 degrees. Friday, clouds take over. Friday is a quiet day, but very cold, 19 degrees. Friday night, clouds, a little bit of light snow developing, mainly very late at night, and it's snow. We're going down to 4 degrees. Saturday, clouds with periods of snow and a cold 15. Sunny skies on Sunday and 25. Now, the question is about the snow. Right now, it looks like the heaviest snow is going to be across southern Missouri and southern Illinois, though I do think we'll squeeze a little bit of snow out of this situation late Friday night and during the day on Saturday. But it's a little too early for numbers, though I think the heaviest stuff will stay to our south, the way things it's looking right now. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
It is a blue sky. Right now, 46. The feels like it's 39 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Discover Meadowview Memory Care in Arnold, a small, secure community on a beautiful campus. Enjoy peace of mind with all our inclusive rates and comfortable private suites. Schedule your tour today at rspseniorliving.com.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday to you. Ed Mahoney on the stream says, good show. A lot of common sense and a lot of fun and some good info on many subjects. Thank you, Ed. So nice to get, listen to me, so nice to get a nice comment for once. Jeez. I just had my 25th anniversary. It was like a funeral for a living guy, and I'm like, oh, look at someone being nice to me. No,
I just wish someone would be nice once in a
someone
while.
say something nice for once. We were talking about an event an hour or so ago for the art community on Saturday. We're talking about, the snow and so forth. Dave Murray will be here in about 25 minutes. We'll get the latest on him. But Dave, he's not going to commit until the storm passes the Rockies. What a strange diss, right? Dave, you got to get past the Rockies. We have another event coming up this Saturday, which we are a part of, and that is for the Independent Center. Trish Holmes is here. And Trish, are you the executive director? Is that correct?
Yes.
Very cool. And as I was telling you on the break, my son Nick's mom, Jen, worked at Independent Center for years and years and years, so I've known of it for a long time now.
Yes.
For those who don't, though, give us an introduction.
Sure. And thank you for having me today.
Of course.
I'm really excited to be here. Independent Center is
traditionally a community mental health center, and many people think about psychiatry and counseling, social work, really community support, and we do all of those things. What we're really known for, what makes us unique in the St. Louis region, is our clubhouse model. And it's really a model for recovery, and we are the second largest globally. There's about 370 clubhouses, and that's really what makes us a little different in how we work. We call the individuals that come to our clubhouse members. They're not patients.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's what Independence Center. We've been here. You're talked about 25 years. We've been here for over 40.
Wow. How many people are there at any given time? What's the facility like?
Sure. We work with about 1,500, almost actually closer to 2,000 individuals. But on any given day, you're going to see a couple hundred people there. Now, whether they're there for something clinical, that visit to the counselor, or the clubhouse itself will have about 130, 150 people. And that can be, it's an area where people come in, they might be feeling a little lost. They might be feeling like they're discouraged. Perhaps they've just been diagnosed with a serious mental illness and are unsure of what's next. We're going to welcome them in, and they actually run the clubhouse. That could mean helping to fix the lunch, which serves about 130 people every day. They get in the kitchen, they do the menus, they decide what to serve. It could be helping us with our data entry. It could be helping people find employment and education, and maybe tutoring them, helping them get that scholarship. It could also be somebody wants to write, they're going to do the newsletter. If they are crazy about media, we actually have a little media center. We do a ICTV, we call it, Independent Center for IC, and we do that every week. And they just talk about a different topic. We do a podcast. So it's really whatever they choose to do. We also have a clubhouse shop that's open to the public, and we get donated goods, and they'll actually get in the truck and go pick them up, and they'll price them and work with the public. So
That's
it's
very cool.
An idea of whatever you want to do, you're just giving back. You're giving that sense of purpose.
Yeah. Let me just take the opportunity to speak about mental health for a moment. It's a big thing on the show here. I've been very open about having several diagnoses, and I think one of the most important things that you can do, because we all grew up with mean kids, or we were a mean kid, and you call someone a name, or you're this or you're that. And the fact seemed to be, the older and smarter I get, everyone's brain is just different. Everyone's nervous system is different. Everyone's childhood is different. Everyone's family of origin is different. Right. And you take that and you mix it up in a bowl and you get a person. And everyone's bowl is different. But it doesn't mean that someone's lesser, or that someone's a freak, or that someone should be derided. And we can't say that enough.
I agree. And you really described it well. And that's what we talk about often is we are all just alike. As a matter of fact, we don't even wear badges. It's not like walking into a hospital where you see some people are in a white coat. None of us know who has a diagnosis, who doesn't. We're all side by side. We're working together. But it's really that sense of, am I okay, or how do I get there? And you walk in the door and you realize these are all people that understand, whether it was all I could take just to get there today. And that might be all the energy I had is to walk in the doors. That's okay. We're glad to see you. There's a smile. Hey, hello, come on in. Grab a cup of coffee. Let's talk. It could be that your goals, people have told you what you can't do. All those experiences that you're describing, it's really, they've lost their confidence. Sometimes their families, that's really a difficult, and we pretty much adopt everyone. All the time I have members tell me, and I'll say, what makes the difference to you? And they're like, oh, you're my family. You saved my life, because I now have a community of people that care about me, and I don't have to have those concerns.
Yeah. And it can be, it is difficult on a family when one of the members, say a borderline personality or something like that. It's difficult. And it's okay to say that.
And it's okay. We have empathy for families as well. We actually will work with families to talk about what does that look like, especially our young adults. We just started something about a year ago it's called, the first episode, Psychosis. Can't even talk today. Psychosis. It's interesting because for someone that's newly having some symptoms, they don't know what's going on, and neither do their families. So we really sort of embrace the families, talk a little bit about what that means for them, how they can help and support. It's truly important.
Yeah. Rach, I know you had Trish on the Rachel Zimmerman show. Jump in here.
I mean, I knew you guys would enjoy talking to each other because, Dave, you're such an advocate. And I told Trish after our conversation, she is such an incredible advocate for Independence Center. And I can just tell how sincere and how passionate you are about just helping people. The organization is so special and so unique. It feels because it's such a holistic approach. It's not just like, hey, here's the program. Everybody takes the exact same steps. It really does seem like it is personalized to each individual and their individual needs.
It really is. Thank you, Rachel. And I enjoyed that as well. You made it so easy for me. You know, you mentioned the word holistic. And one of the things we talk about, too, along with the mental illness come a lot of physical ailments, whether it's due to the medication, whether it's due really just to their economic situation and their status. And we work with individuals to make sure they're seeing primary care physicians, that we're looking at their A1Cs. We're looking and seeing how, is it smoking cessation? Is it diet and weight control? And that's made a real difference. Matter of fact, a study just came out, and I'm going to not even try to get the right statistics, but basically it added 12 years to life expectancy for someone with a serious mental illness. Normally, we said someone loses 20 to 25 years, and just to take that and cut that in half was incredible. And it's part of that, looking at the person as a whole person.
That's great. And you have a fundraiser coming up this Saturday.
Yes,
it's impressive.
we do.
This is
We
impressive.
do. You know, there are so many wonderful organizations in St. Louis and have wonderful galas and events, but ours really is different. It is a show. We entertain our guests. It's called Dancing with the St. Louis Stars. This will be our 19th year that we're working with it. And it really, we love the fact that each year we have corporate leaders, individuals, names you know, that are running some of the corporations in the St. Louis. And we pair them with a professional dancer to truly come up with a performance. 5 of them along with one of our Independence Center members. And we love the fact that that goes completely with our motto of you should be giving back to your community just like others do. So they put together a performance Saturday night at the Ritz. It's going to be a lot of fun. We actually live stream for those. We sold out really quickly this year. We'll have almost 600 people in the room. And snow or no snow, I know we were talking about the snow earlier. The show will go on.
You got the tickets sold. Don't even worry
about
it.
We got it. It's sold out. It really is a wonderful evening, and it's just so much fun. And people will share their stories as to why they're giving back. Yeah. Some of them get a little nervous about the dancing, and we tell them it's really not. And I tell them, it's really not about the dancing. We love that you're doing it, but it's about raising the funds. Yeah. And we've been really
they take
fortunate.
it really seriously.
Then they do, and it's a competition right now. It's really fun to every day go back and look and see. Some of them thought, this is so hard, and they're raising so much money for us. It's incredible, and it's a way of giving back.
Yeah, for people out there who may be able to avail themselves of your services or someone in their family, what advice do you have?
Come in and see us. We offer tours. We offer walk-in hours. Have your psychiatrist, if you are already with someone in a clinic, have them reach out to us. We are there. We're one of the few clinics around that actually it's primarily Medicaid, and a lot of people feel like I can't get good care with that. We have WashU Psychiatry. You can get good care with Independence Center. So yes, look on our website. We'll certainly have all the information. Walk-in hours too.
That's great. Do you have any questions? Anybody?
Oh, phenomenal.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. And
fingers crossed for Saturday.
Snow or no snow, go to the live stream, and we appreciate that.
That's great. Thank you, so Trish.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call me, Lance Drury, today and let me get between you and the IRS. I'll protect your rights. At the Lance Drury Law Firm, our practice is focused 100% on fighting the IRS. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Drury Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis. Call 314-260-6120. Visit Lance, DRURY law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
I'm Mark Solinger, producer and one of the hosts of the Moth podcast. For nearly 2 decades, The Moth has brought live storytelling to stages around the world and to millions of listeners. These are real people telling true stories from their lives. Stories about a lost family recipe, about working to free a wrongfully convicted man, about realizing you need to leave your May-December romance. Stories that will move you, surprise you, make you laugh. Stories you can't forget. Join us. Follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit genesisofstcharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
Turning 50 doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about your health. That's why we created Neovitin Men's 50 Plus Multivitamin. It's doctor formulated to support your energy, immune health, and overall vitality. Plus, it's made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Take control of your health with supplements you can trust. Look for Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, or online at neovitin.com. Neovitin, made for men who keep moving forward.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hi, this is Bob Ramsey. Congratulations to KMOX, home of the Billikens, 100 years strong as the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS. Happy, beautiful, sunny Wednesday. Oh, fun facts for you.
Oh, yeah.
Rach was showing me the actual video of this. I couldn't love it more. I love William Shatner more than I love Star Trek. Dude's 94, 95, still kicking it, still out there working. Just love him. William Shatner was photographed driving around L.A. while eating a bowl of cereal. I just love that.
I hate it.
Oh, it's Bill Shatner.
Yeah, it's great if he's in the back seat.
Why do you...
You're
It's
eating
impressive.
cereal while you're driving?
Yeah, and he's 90-something.
There's no possible way you care about this. There's no
seems to
possible.
care very much.
There's no possible way you actually care if Bill Shatner is eating some
Well,
cereal.
not
in the front
specifically
seat.
him, but one thing that I hate more than anything is people who do dumb crap while they're driving.
But he's doing a great job. He doesn't seem stressed at all. He looks so natural.
It doesn't mean he's not like going 25 in the left lane.
He seems really
He's having
good.
a good time.
It's like, I got to eat the cereal. I can't go faster.
The snow in the Wizard of Oz. Anyone know this?
Cocaine.
Asbestos.
Cocaine.
Pure asbestos.
Oh, well, probably would have been better if it was cocaine.
They caught it on their tongues.
Yeah, no kidding. Refried beans are only fried once. It's a mistranslation of well fried.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Where you guys stand on refried beans?
Love
them.
I just discovered like 2 months ago that I love them.
Gotta have a little cheese.
Little cheese goes a long
a
way.
little
Little white Chihuahua cheese.
Yeah, the Chihuahua cheese is the best, and then a little taco sauce on there is pretty good too.
84% of Americans say listening to music is an important part of their life. 55% listen to at least an hour of music a day.
Oh, wow.
Only 2% never listen. Apropos of this, guess what's waiting for me when I get home? My new turntable.
Oh, you got a record player. That's
Yeah.
fun.
How the tables turn.
How the table is turned.
Did you get records?
I have records.
Okay.
And I have.
What just happened? Are you okay?
I hit my glasses on the mic.
Oh, it looked like the mic moved forward to hit you, and I was like, "Did you?"
That's what happened.
The mic is fighting back.
Did you get attacked?
Oh boy, this could be a whole segment. Darn. I'm going to save this one for Paulie. This will be a good one. A 45-year-old man in Virginia was upset about receiving the wrong food order at Bojangles, and he threatened to blow the place up.
Well, I mean,
threatening to blow up a Bojangles.
Don't do that, but Bojangles is good.
Dude, I want to go so bad.
What is it?
Is it chicken?
Southern chicken place, yeah. It's a chain in the South, and it's fried chicken and.
You've heard of this, Andrew.
I've heard of it, but I don't know. I didn't know exactly what it was. I thought it was chicken. Zaxby's is.
It's like that.
Kind of like that, right?
It's similar to Zaxby's.
That was Nick's place.
Yeah,
I like a
Zaxby's
Zaxby's.
is good too, man.
Wheels, isn't there a Bojangles up on the way to Chicago?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw one.
Well, I think there's one because there's also a Zaxby's like down in the Cape area.
Oh, there is one in Marion, Illinois.
Yeah, because
and in Normal, Illinois.
I want to eat there very bad.
There you go.
It looks good.
Yeah, I can see it. Location B on the map is right there off of 55. Right at.
We should take a road trip.
Right there at Bloomington. Nice.
Up to the normal
Get in
Bojangles.
the Equinox right now.
Get in the Equinox. Let's go. Bojangles time.
Bojangles has some badass biscuits. It's really good.
I want a badass Bojangles biscuit.
The blueberry biscuit. That's what I
I want a badass blueberry Bojangles biscuit now.
BBABB. Neil Armstrong and the crew from Apollo 11 had to fill out custom forms when they landed back on Earth.
That's BS.
What?
Very stupid.
You knew where they were.
Citizens of space now?
What, are they going to, smuggle back gifts? Do they pass through the no-duty store? What are we doing?
Yeah, you don't have any fruits or vegetables in there, do you?
Hey, guys, thank you so much for your service. Anyway, here's some paperwork.
How stupid is that?
Where'd you get this tequila?
You didn't leave the country. You left the planet.
The latest social media trend is making one-pot meals in used rotisserie chicken bags.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, what?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like a stock pot almost.
Very much so.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's fun.
Like, what kind of meals are we talking?
I'm hoping chicken. I mean, it sounds gross to me.
So you just have a chicken in there, then you throw other crap in there? And
Yeah, you'd think like a, yeah.
Okay.
Heat her up.
Yeah. Well.
Today is National One-Liner Day. How are you guys on one-liners? Never been my forte.
It's all about the moment.
Oh, my head hurts. I'm trying to think of one so bad.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
I can't do it.
It can't be forced. It has to be just like it just comes out.
I mean, like, that's what
she said. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
that's
right,
a one-liner.
Right. It's like that. Yeah, I find it works best when you're like with a group of people that are all good at it, and you kind of feed off each other.
Yeah.
What about a group of people that none of us are good at?
No, you get good at it, but you can't do it on the radio because it's usually not very radio FCC friendly.
Yeah.
Give us an example.
Speaking of, a new study has found that frequent pornography consumption isn't bad, assuming it's a part of a normal sexual regimen. It becomes problematic when people become dependent on it to cope with stress.
There's a regimen?
Cope with stress.
Yeah. Not sure stress is the problem.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. How do you differentiate, like...
Yeah, it's kind of like saying drinking every day is fine unless you're doing it to help you feel less stressed.
If I'm hearing that report, it does sound like the way people talk about alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, yeah, if you have a drink after work once a day, that's not the end of the world. But if you're having 7, that might be a bit of an issue.
This can't be right. So there's great news on American prosperity. The average 50-something in America has a net worth of $1.5 million, and the average 60-something is worth $1.7.
Yeah, because you guys own all the property. That's why.
We got houses.
Well, I mean, I guess you've got people that have $1 billion, and so if you average that out,
I would rather know what the mean is, not the average, because you're right. The average is like, okay, well, Bezos affects the average.
Right.
I think you're all mean.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Rich, what do you need from me here?
First Missouri, please.
Where did it go? There it is. Hello, First Missouri. Have I been to First Missouri yet this year? I don't think I have. I typically go to First Missouri Credit Union down at Lee Ferry once every couple of weeks. I like going. Not only are they a client, but I just like going. It's kind of like QT. Like whoever has a bad time at QT, right? And and I have a bank. You have a bank. We all have a bank. I'm not getting rid of my bank, but guess what my bank is not like? It's not like QT. It is. They don't punch me when I walk in there, but it's just not overtly friendly and welcoming the way that First Missouri is. I can tell you this, they also don't offer 4.27% interest on my checking account up to $100,000. That's pretty great. If I were going to finance a vehicle, I wouldn't do it at my bank. I would do it at the credit union. You know, as I'm talking, I'm just like, what do I need the bank for? Maybe there's answers to that. Maybe it's just habit on my part. But if you're interested in a high-interest checking account, interested in low-interest loans, and just being treated like the owner that you are with $25 in your checking account, check out First Missouri. 314-544-5050, the number 1 STMOCU.org.
Okay, I don't want to be mean, but if you're a guy and you just have a grimy, multiple times refilled bottle of Dial that's got the crusty soap on the outside, that's a red flag.
What if you just have a bar of Dial soap with no soap dish?
I never like the bar of soap.
What if you have one bar of soap and you take it from the shower to the sink, back to the shower? How would you feel good about going to that guy's house?
Oh my gosh, I think I would just leave without saying anything.
Chris Ranji, Amy Mark Scores, weekdays at 9 on KMOX.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey guys, Glover here from my friends Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. If you need to sell your home to buy a new one, it's never been more important to have an experienced negotiator that you can trust. You need my friends Mark and Neil Gelman on your side. 314-336-1991. Go to thegelmanteam.com.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, Forward and Back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. Renner Garage Door has you covered. Renner's been turning garage doors from zero to hero since 1966. RennerDoorSTL.com.
RENNER. Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, westbound 70 looks great this afternoon from downtown all the way to Wentzville. It's just a little slow approaching 61. That's not bad. Westbound 64, Kings Highway out through McCausland's bumper to bumper. Clayton Warson to 270 is slow. A little busy at 364 after that. Southbound 270 from 364 down to 64 is slow. Both sides of Manchester kind of busy after that. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. 170 southbound Ladue to 64. Northbound coming up from 64 to the Parkway is also a little busy. A little slow at Airport Road after that. Eastbound 44, roadwork delays east to Hampton all the way to Grand. Southbound 55, Arsenal down through Bates, the usual delays, and both sides of Highway Z, it's busy. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Unlock a brighter outdoor space in 2026 with Chesterfield Valley Nursery. Let us be your trusted partner for all your landscaping, lawn, and gardening needs, empowering you to create a haven that brings joy and serenity to your life. From landscape design to property maintenance to our garden center, we're here for you. Houseplants, tree shrubs, organic soil mixes, gardening and plant classes, and more. Chesterfield Valley Nursery's Garden Center has what you need no matter what the season. Visit us weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday hours start in March. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram for all class and sale updates.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Yeah, Wheels and I are just laughing at the stream. Like, at this point, you guys have your own show going on, which is cool.
It's great.
That's cool.
And generally keep it friendly, too, which is great.
But we had KD Music 62 say he's joining for the first time, and Mitch jumps on and says, welcome to the chat. Get ready to meet all the regulars. Be nice, Katie. Andrew yields a heavy stick.
That was from Jacob, yeah.
Yeah, he banned me from the show last week. That's all good stuff. I love it.
Razor thin margins, people.
And you're in a bit of a mood today, so yeah.
I want you to. I'm asking you.
Begging you to give me a reason.
Give me a reason.
He's the Buford Pusser of the DGS.
Also, I don't know if I believe Katie Music because I feel like I've seen that name before.
I think I have too.
What are you talking about?
I think he's fibbing.
Fibbing?
I think he's lying for attention. No,
man, oh man, Dave.
No, I probably just saw it on like a different video or something. Welcome in, KD. Hello.
And welcome in, Dave, from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Desk. Dave Murray.
Hello there.
So, Dave, I'm telling you nothing you don't already know, but the St. Louis snow mania has kicked in.
It's insane.
It's
just not St. Louis. It's
everybody's
all over
having
the
French
Midwest.
toast on Saturday.
Gone nuts.
Yep.
It's gone. Before I get the weather, I'm going to show you something I found yesterday looking for some stuff.
Okay.
I found old COVID vaccine cards.
Oh, boy.
How's that for a memory?
Dang, dude, how many vaccines you get?
Are you a serial killer?
It's for me and it's for
What are you
Janice.
collecting other people's?
Do you have those people's shoes?
Yeah, I collect those. They're kind of like Pokemon cards. They're going to be very valuable someday.
Hold up a sec. I thought you were showing us like flashcards from college. You're like, everyone in the neighborhood went
really
mysteriously
needed
missing, and I have their
college.
vaccine cards.
And that was Dave Murray's fatal mistake.
Did you hear the narrator?
testy
And that's not all he collected.
That's right.
So I says to him, hold on, you're not just going to throw those out, are you? No.
Ironically, it wasn't COVID that killed them.
They were not vaccinated from murder.
I think we know how Janice has been busting her elbow now. He's like, get back down there. Give me your card. Papa Dave didn't tell you it's time for dinner.
Keeper of the cards.
Well, I bet you're regretting that one, aren't you?
I am.
Dave's been excited all day to show us this fun novelty.
They're gonna love this.
No, I just really discovered them. I wasn't waiting all
Okay, good.
That's the last time I share anything
All
with my
four of us
friends.
immediately jumped. Well, Rach, you were nice. The rest of us were jerks.
Next time Dave's on the stream, he's going to be in a dark room.
Just a little while ago, you were saying how hard it was to do one-liners on radio. Well, I just got a barrage.
Yeah, dude. We really celebrated that day.
Dave was proving the point.
It's going to be like, you're on your own for this winter storm.
We're all like, we're not very
I'm not
good
giving
at
you
it.
numbers. I'm not giving you any help at all.
Oh, man.
Dave and Andrew are like, we're not very good at it. As soon as it happens, they're like, boom, boom.
Yeah, Rage couldn't even pull us in on that one.
Nope. Just let everything
She's like,
go.
I'm just not a part
let
of
it go.
this.
Yeah.
The boys are out.
All right, is everyone calmed down?
I think so.
That's the strongest teacher vibe you've ever given.
Is anyone ready to do the weather yet? It is the weather segment.
Okay, boys, settle down.
We'll have to stay late tonight if we can't get all the weather done.
Rach, I'm going to send you a ruler so you can see.
I'm gonna start wrapping their knuckles.
So you better make it a yardstick.
That's impressive.
Well, it's all you newcomers on the stream. Now you know what you've been missing.
Yeah. See what KD brought out of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Pull
All
together.
All right, everybody breathe.
Pull together.
Okay, first, I'm gonna break this all down for you a little as best as I can at this point.
Okay.
The key here is we have two things happening. One, we have the cold, dry air coming in from the northwest. That Arctic cold front comes through during the day on Thursday. The cold air is lagging behind by about, let's say, about 200 miles or so behind. So the really cold air does not take over until Thursday night, but then you'll know it. So that's the first thing. We have the cold air, and the cold air will be in place. The second thing is a southwestern storm system, first one of our winter season. And that's going to come into the cold, dry air. So we're going to have this battle of cold and dry air. Nothing happens until late Friday night. So we're fine tomorrow, 37 degrees, 12 degrees Thursday night, kind of windy. Friday is a dry day, clouds control 14 for the high on Friday. Friday night, the evening is dry. A little light snow developing towards morning on Saturday morning. So late Friday night as we go down to 4 degrees. Saturday, periods of snow, 15 degrees and windy. Saturday evening, snow ending about midnight, 9 degrees. And then there'll probably be a little light snow and snow flurries around on Sunday morning and then turning partly sunny. I think our prime time for snow is going to be Saturday evening, but especially Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. So a window of about 6 to 8 hours of snow for us. It will be snow. No matter what we see, will be snow. It will be a dry snow. The ratios for St. Louis is usually 1 inch of water equals 10 inches of snow. It's going to be more like a Rocky Mountain snow. The ratio is going to be 1 inch of water equals about 13 or 14 inches of snow. Now, that's not what I'm forecasting because we don't have an inch of water in this system. So we're not going to get that part of it. It is still too early to put realistic numbers on this thing. I do think the heaviest snow, and it will be a big snow across southern Missouri and southern Illinois. You will be hearing numbers now forever, and they will range from nothing to up over your head, kind of thing. So take everything with a grain of salt. You cannot forecast these storms until they get over the Rockies and reform in the Texas Panhandle. At that point, which will happen on Friday, then we'll have a really good idea of exactly what this thing is going to do. Doesn't give us a lot of time to put a number on it, but that's just the nature of the beast. That's what we have to do. But nothing until, let's say, Saturday. So we're fine there other than a step down to very cold air.
I remember you in an earlier snow saying that dry snow is slippery snow.
Yes.
Okay.
I've always believed that, and I do believe that.
Okay.
Now, the other thing, it will blow around a lot too. So it'll be swirling on the roadways, things like that. If I had to draw a line right now, and that's basically where there is a winter storm watch in effect until, let's just say, Saturday, early Saturday morning until about noontime on Sunday. And that line is right at St. Louis County. Nothing to the north. It's all to the south. Now, a watch, just like a storm watch, tornado watch, all that kind of stuff, there has to be a line. There has to be a point where that stops. And that's stopping right on top of St. Louis right now. That's a very uncomfortable feeling for a forecaster. to see.
Dave, is this a gargantuan from Texas all the way, across the seaboard kind of thing?
Yeah, this is going to be a major snow from Oklahoma, and I will include southern Missouri, southern Illinois right now, all the way to the East Coast. And there's also going to be a band of heavy icing, like across portions of Mississippi, Louisiana, the places that normally just don't get this kind of stuff. And when they do get it, they have no idea how to handle it.
Yeah.
So, if you're traveling south over the weekend and into early next week, I would probably change my plans.
At least it's on a Saturday, not a Monday. So
that's
that's
true.
Good.
And that gives the road crews plenty of time to get out and do whatever they're going to do. Because most people will say, I know there's folks who have to work over the weekends, but a lot of people will just say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to hunker in and just ride it out.
Very smart.
So if you're going to get your toilet paper and your eggs and your milk and all that stuff, you've got through Friday evening.
Do you guys do that? I don't do that.
I mean, I'll check to see, is there anything I'm going to need so I don't have to go out if I don't want to.
I don't want to survive on what's in my house, but I could survive weeks.
Oh, we have the same thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of food right now. We're pretty much due, so we're going to do but we're not getting crazy stuff. We're just getting normal groceries.
Right. That's what I do is there anything I'm going to want this weekend that I won't want to go out in the snow for, is basically.
And that's the key of why you save your COVID cards.
There you go.
You never know when you might need some
Good
paper.
point, Dave.
Absolutely.
I think you just brought it all home right there.
I think so, too. Next time he comes in town, we all have to just hand our COVID cards over to him.
That's right. Make sure you bring them.
Just cut out the middleman. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Tell you guys about Zero Res. As you know, every month they're going to have a special for you. This month, it is 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $119. Plus a free hallway. Hopefully you guys have a big, long hallway in your house. You can also take 15% off our regularly priced services like air duct cleaning and dryer vent cleaning, upholstery, couches and chairs, area rugs, tile, hardwood. We really do it all. I mean, you guys could tell. You're watching me on TV, basically. You could tell if I were making this up. They're great people. Kyle's our local guy. The answer is always yes. What's the question? He came in here and did our studios before the 100th anniversary. He's been to my house a number of times, coming back in a couple of weeks. They show up in a uniform. They show up in a marked van, a marked vehicle, so that you know who they are. You're not going to feel the least bit sketchy about welcoming them into your house. You know how it's going to go. You're going to show them the carpet that you want clean, the couch, the chair, what have you. They're going to give you the expectations. Okay, this looks great. We should be able to get this thing looking brand new, or this pretty old carpet's pretty beat. We're going to do our best. We still have the 30-day Gotta Love It guarantee. Within 30 days, if you're not super impressed, call them. They'll come back and do it again. 314-474-2020, ZeroResSTL.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, if you're heading home on westbound Highway 70 this afternoon, there's a little heavy traffic now. Slow down right through Jennings Station. It's a little busy at Zumbel, right at Highway K, and then just briefly at 61. All in all, no big deal, really. Westbound 64, that's a more solid backup. Kings Highway out to Clayton Skinker. It's slow from McKnight now all the way to 270. A backup through 364, and then approaching Prospect out to 70 after that. Southbound 270, 364 to about Doherty Ferry is the worst of it after that. No big deal. South 170 slow at Ladue. Down to 64, eastbound 44. Stop and go pockets east of Hampton up through Grand due to the construction going on there. Westbound 44, the right lanes are slow at Geyer. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal debates backed up north of Z, headed down toward McNutt is kind of heavy. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
Start your engine, St. Louis. The St. Louis Auto Show is back, and it's bigger, faster, and more exciting than ever. See the latest cars, trucks, SUVs, and electric vehicles, all at the America Center January 22nd through 25th. From cutting-edge technology to luxury rides and family favorites, this is the ultimate auto experience. Whether you consider yourself a car enthusiast or not, this event has something for everyone. More information at KMOX.com/events.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
The St. Louis Symphony Orchestra brings the sweet nostalgia and soul-shattering passion of Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony to life this January. This energetic program also features performer Wu Wei, playing a stunning concerto on the sheng, a mouth organ and one of the oldest known Chinese instruments. Don't miss this unique program. January 24th and 25th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
If every time you have people over you're embarrassed about your bathroom, it is the perfect time to plan ahead for a spring installation of a new bathroom. At Michael's Bass, they specialize in beautiful, safe bathroom remodels, from tub to shower conversions to full renovations, including the paint and electrical work. Family owned and locally owned, michaelsbass.com. You can plan now for a spring install and ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. michaelsbass.com.
Welcome back, DG. Ask Matt Pauley is going to join us for the festivities at 4. I have a good Matt Pauley segment.
I'm excited. You've been front selling this for segments now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's funny, Wheels. I walked in on Wheels and Rachel having a pretty in-depth discussion about Triscuits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised me. Yep. And then Wheels started talking about some sort of pub cheese.
Schuler's bar cheese.
Okay. And that made me think of when I was a kid and all my family lived in Benton, Illinois, and we would take 57 before 64 existed, and there was a cheese place we would stop, and I would get pizza cheese. And I always felt very fancy.
Pizza cheese?
Pizza cheese. Not the kind of cheese you put on a pizza, but cheese that has, like, pizza stuff in it.
You mean like a piece of cheese? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You ever hear of the Mars Cheese Castle?
No. Is there a castle of cheese on Mars?
It's too bad. No, it's in Wisconsin.
What do you mean
It's
that's
really
too
good.
bad? Tell us about it.
It's in Kenosha. No, look.
Well, you're not going to hear it today.
Look,
what a shame. Anyway,
I mean, like, it's got a bazillion cheeses in there, and it's like a whole store, and outside looks like a castle, but it's in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and it's a really cool place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet they got crazy cheeses.
Dude, I
up
mean,
in
look,
Wisconsin.
They got nothing but
Look at the
cheese.
Cheeses
photos.
we can't even dream of.
These are all like walls of cheeses and stuff.
Dude, I
I
got-
to see the walls of cheeses.
They got so much cheese, they put it on their head.
I gotta go there.
One of the places I follow on TikTok is like a wine and cheese and like meat, like a charcuterie store
Yeah.
in I think it's in Los Angeles. And it's just fun because they'll roll out like these fancy aged French cheeses or whatever and like explain them.
Camembert.
And I'm like, I bet that probably tastes bad.
Remember, I wanted to be a
They smell
cheesemonger
bad,
for a
but
while.
they taste good. Is that what
What's
they
up?
call it?
I said I wanted to be a cheesemonger for
That's
a
what
while.
they call it. That?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're a cheesemonger?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awful.
That's how the main guy identifies himself.
I
He's
know
a
it just
cheesemonger.
sounds wrong. You know, like monger sounds like a
cheeserman.
Yeah, I've only heard that about cheese, fish, and
wait. They're
loose in the
fishmongers
80s.
too.
Yeah, fishmongers.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know they were called that.
That's one who peddles him fish.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese.
I like the guys who throw the fish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pike Place in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Are those cheese? Those are fishmongers.
I'm not sure what it qualifies as a fishmonger.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a cheesemonger, I think you have to qualify.
Yeah. I don't know if a fishmonger is just somebody who sells fish or if it's like a fish sommelier.
It's a professional who sells raw fish and seafood.
I find the tuna market in Japan, is it? Just fascinating. Have you ever watched a special on this?
I have not.
Like a single fish can be millions of dollars.
Yeah.
How exciting would that be to go out knowing that you're just one catch away from...
Is it like millions of dollars, or is it like those Vietnamese markets where it's like millions of dong, but it's like $100? It's what
I need to ask you to clean your speech up a little bit.
Sorry, it's what the Vietnamese currency is called.
You can pay for fish in Vietnam any way you want.
Andrew's walking around like, I've got millions of dong.
Should have thought that one out a little more.
Yeah, just remember the room we're in, you know.
It's a great name for a male review. Where's Dave Murray when you need him? No,
I like, well, my father.
No, it's millions of U.S. dollars. Probably billions of dong.
Billions dong at that point.
I mean, that's a lot of dong.
Trillions even.
God.
Please, Rach.
Dude, we have 1 minute.
She's like, I don't know how to handle these little boys.
Can you make that 1 minute go away?
I am poor in U.S. dollars, but I'm quite rich in dong.
He's a dong monger.
He's a dong monger.
Rachel's in the club.
Welcome. Rachel's in the building.
Welcome to our ragtag outfit.
I hear this guy's rich. And he doesn't have a lot of dollars.
He's a dong monger, though. Oh,
good when mongers dong like him. Never prouder to be on the DGS. The Gelman team, they really, truly are just several levels above even number two. All due respect to real estate people. I know a bunch of people have their real estate license and don't use it that much. I know a bunch of people that have their real estate license and they sell a house or two a year. That's great. And they're probably great at it. The people I know are just like huge personality plus people. But to do it every single day, day in and day out, basically 365. That's the way the Gelman team does it. They are aggressive. They're not jerks. I don't want to, no one wants to hire a jerk, but they're just aggressive. They're aggressive in pursuing properties. They're aggressive in the negotiations. Like I always tell you guys, I've done 3 real estate transactions with them over the past few years, and they've just been absolutely wonderful. They don't expect you to sign a contract the first time you meet them. Get together with them. Have them out to your house. You can do it without any pressure that they are going to pressure you. That's my promise. I promise it's true. If you want to find out what they think your house is worth right now online without talking to anybody, go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com and put in your address. If you are interested, call 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
Playoff mode is on with FanDuel right now. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day, and that's been going on for a while now. So during the championship round on Sunday, you're going to find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you right there in the FanDuel app. More boosts means more ways to lift up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in. Go with the underdog. Maybe put together a parlay if you're really feeling it. Personally, I like the Seahawks to win at home. They are favored there. Then you can apply your profit boosts, go after even bigger payouts with FanDuel as the playoffs have been rolling. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Get your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month, a savings of nearly $300 a year.